It's time! Cincinnati, we gon' rise and up. In the jungle, we united up. Trippin' orange and black and white. All day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Now who gotta move rockin' on? Now who wanna move tossing on? Now who wanna move out on? If you got stripes, then you let the city know you rock 'em. Yeah, we got 'em. Yeah, we fought 'em. Like that black and orange up on 'em. Finger ball 'em. Never stop it. So the beastin' on 'em. Who they rockin' with the diamond stripes? Flossin' on the ring. Cincinnati, she's our queen. We gon' show the world who king. Orange in the day, black in the night. Stripes in our veins.
Welcome to Brews and Bengals, where we barely talk Bengals and we drink brews.
That's right.
I am D-Easy because I am just hoping my dick gets laid at some point. 3 months is forever. And I am joined by my co-host, Pork Chop and Houday Joe. Houday Joe, what is so funny? It's not funny. 3 months is a long time.
Shit.
I'm praying for you.
Hey, mine's got a fucking
praying for
layer of
myself.
dust on it. Mine's got a layer of dust on it this fucking thick. I don't want to hear that shit, Dale.
Well, once again, 38. You're
Made some
older.
pledge.
38, you said you were getting it
I'm not
3
that
times a
old.
day.
God damn it. It's not like I got to take a pill.
Well. And our guest tonight,
Yeah,
who
welcome to the
doesn't know
show.
what the hell he just got into, but he's been here before. He has an idea. It's Bengals Sans.
I know exactly
Mike
what I've gotten
Santagata.
into.
And we love Bengals Sans, Mike Santagata. What's up, brother?
Not much. I mean, off-season time. This is perfect, right?
Yeah.
Bullshitting.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like that's my podcast twice a week. Is just getting on there. News? No. There we go.
Nothing to really talk about. We're just going to be here. And
Hey, we like to hit at least 10% content, though. Right?
yeah, that was
That's
that one
right.
comment. They said 10 minutes of content.
10
and now
10
we're
minutes of
bullshitting.
content.
It was supposed to be negative, but I'm like, we could just make it our tagline.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
We
Do what
embrace
we
that
want.
shit.
But I figured with Sans, we could actually go like full blown because we haven't had him on all off season.
I know.
And,
Get all sorts of thoughts from you.
It's actually
I know
late
we
enough. I've watched most prospects this time. Last year, you were asking me. I didn't watch like one guy.
that was so
Oh.
great. That, the draft review was so great with Sans because like, so Mike, what do you think? And he's like, well, I haven't watched him. And then,
I've heard his name before.
like once we got to like the fourth round and on, it was like,
Fourth, I didn't see the second round. I didn't watch. I watched one game of Cam Taylor-Britt at that point. It's like, I don't know. He's physical.
hey, to be fair, you pretty much nailed all the stuff that he said.
I did, yeah. And I got a lot of heat when I finally did watch Cam Taylor-Britt, and I said, "Oh, he's like Minnesota Trey Waynes," and I got destroyed. And like 3 months later, when he's starting like his second game, John Sheeran goes, "You know, he reminds me a lot of Trey Waynes." We're like, "Wow, that's a great comp." And I was like, "What is this?"
Yeah, and that's the thing. Minnesota Trey Waynes was solid. That's why
Good.
we gave him
Yeah.
the money we gave him.
It's not like the organization not always makes the best move, but they're not that dumb.
Yeah.
They're not giving it to like a complete bust. Like,
Right.
all right, come and be our quarterback one.
So I figured we'd start though before we hit draft up. Are you drinking water? Are you sober?
I was just, yeah, I am. I was just at the gym, so I need
But
to
you
hydrate.
got a little something here in a minute, right?
Yeah.
Like last.
I'll
Okay,
call-
okay, that's fair.
I'll
That's
call one
fair.
up.
But we'll start
See if it
off
works.
season. I've kind of asked everybody this. Everybody kind of says the same thing. No one really saw the Zeus thing coming. I mean, unless you did. I'm still waiting on someone to be like, "Well, I actually saw that as a possibility."
Oh hell no! I had so many like negative Zeus tweets. Not like he's bad. Well, yeah, I just like Trey Hendrickson ate his lunch a few times, so I posted about it. Now
That's
he doesn't
fair.
have to face him. But yeah, I mean, he's a good player. I didn't mean for it to be like that. I just,
He's not what Chiefs fans are saying now, right?
Right.
Like if you Chiefs
Exactly.
fans go on there and they're like, "We didn't want him. He's not good." Like
Right.
a Pro Bowl tackle for the Bengals is like might as well be a Hall of Famer. We've been begging for good, solid line play for years.
Yeah, and this is thanks, Jesse. But this is Orlando Brown, and this is partially, if not at least half a slight towards what the Bengals have had. Probably the best tackle they've had since Whitworth. But at the same time, you look at that, you're like, all right, well, let's also go through the names.
But we'll take it, right?
It means he's better than Jonah Williams.
And Jonah, like that's also the thing with Jonah, which is blown up to a lot of this nonsense in the offseason is blown up this offseason, where it's like, I don't think anyone has ever said Jonah's great. It's he's average at
serviceable.
best.
He's serviceable.
Yes. And you'll take that when your line, like he was our best lineman 2 or 3 years ago. So if he's your worst this year, wow, you've made a huge improvement and investment in your line, which they have.
I would say 2 years ago, you could make the argument he was above average. And that's why some people were high on like, that was his second year. He's going to take I'm reading the graph right. It's going up, right? Maybe here, but instead he went down there.
No one was worried about that spot going into last year.
He wasn't going to get in a Pro Bowl, though, and we got a 4-time Pro Bowler now.
That's right.
And I think the biggest thing with
and he's my best friend.
He is your best friend.
Pork Chop's met him multiple times. And
wow.
See?
Double flex.
Right there.
He's always got that ready. Friend. Always got it in his back pocket.
I would too. What do you mean he's always got? You know what?
Signed it right here. Signed it right here.
You know what that bottom picture is? That's a picture. That's a signed picture of John Ross's first touchdown.
Hey, that's pretty close.
What an optimistic time that was.
That's pretty close to his only touchdown.
And the fact you've kept that.
What am I going to do? Throw it out?
It's a good talking point, right?
I was a believer even after the rookie year and the second year. I was like, look, you can't teach this speed.
We'll always have the Seahawks game.
Right.
And he had a long touchdown the next game, too. I was like, well, he didn't play well this game, but you could see, you get him the ball, and there he goes.
I think the 49ers blew us out right in that second game.
Yeah, it was garbage time, but I was just talking myself into it.
No, I was with you. I was feeling the same way.
But
the thing I was going to say about Zeus is I think it's $16 million per year contract. That was the biggest part of the holy shit. It's like not only did we get a Pro Bowler from our biggest competition in the AFC, but we got a bargain. Jawan Taylor got 20 bill?
20.
Yeah.
I mean, we got him below market value, which is, it was a fleece, and that's the biggest, part. Like, hey, I'm not saying he's the best tackle in the league, but for the value we got him at, it was an amazing sign.
I remember my biggest concern with Orlando Brown was last offseason, he turned down like $23 million a year or something like that. And I was like, look, I don't want to pay $25 million a year for Orlando Brown.
Nope.
So that's why, like, some people were taking it as like a negative thing. I was like, well, it's just the money. Like, he's a good player. I would love him for less than that.
Yeah, I think that's why a lot of us ruled him out, because it's like, we're not going to pay him that much. And we didn't. We just didn't think he'd take that much.
The Chiefs one with Jawan Taylor is hilarious to me, though, because he was like, he's going to be our left tackle. Don't worry about it, guys. He played left tackle in college. First day of OTAs, they went, oh, fuck.
Hey, Donovan Smith. And
there you go.
Donovan Smith is on the downside, right?
Hey, thank God they got rid. Hey,
Yeah.
Thank God for all those Chiefs fans, though. They got rid of Orlando Brown. Thank God.
They would have a cheaper and you could argue better tackle duo if they just kept the two guys, the Super Bowl
proven,
duo.
that's for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jawan Taylor's a fine player. But yeah, the Donovan Smith one, I thought he was good when I watched him. I don't know. This could be like 3 years ago at this point. I watched him 2 years ago because I watched Alex Kappa or last year, whatever that is. And I thought, he's pretty good. And then I remember when he got cut, I was like, oh, the Bengals should go after him. And I had Brandon Thorne and the guy from the pewter, John Ledyard, both go, no, he's not good anymore, guy. He's not good anymore. I was like, oh, okay. Well, Trey Henderson will really.
Speaking of our resident Chiefs buddy,
our resident Chiefs troll has entered the chat.
Hefe, you admitted that Orlando Brown is not that bad,
right?
And that you secretly love the Bengals, even though
he secretly loves Cincinnati barbecue.
Yep.
Ooh.
No,
he didn't say that.
He didn't say that.
I mean, Eli's is very good. I've never been to Kansas City though.
Hey, and our one and only member Kelly and Chuck, you had Condado's the other night.
Oh, that's right. I had Condado the other night.
I'm going there tomorrow.
Kelly's got the Condado hookup, right?
Yeah, Kelly's son.
Her son works there.
Not her. Kelly is a guy.
His son. His son works there,
And if he on the other day made a Sweet Lucy Fire and a Brazen Confused for an order to go, thank you, Kelly's son.
I thought he said he worked the bar, so you got to go to the bar and get a drink.
Oh, well, they got 4 Locos.
Oh God, pork chop.
No,
You can't
tonight,
drink
fucking
it. You don't
man.
need it.
Hey, I'm having
Sans,
the
I
fucking,
hope you haven't seen Chop on the 4 Locos on
tonight. I'm
Twitter.
having the champagne of beers.
They got
Hell yeah. High Life's a good one. That's
Fucking
good
A.
crushing.
It's champagne of beers. It says it right on the fucking can.
I know.
Yeah.
It's high quality stuff.
Mhm.
It's Kelly's son, Maxwell. His son, Pork Chop. You got to get this.
Yeah, his son. My
I only
bad.
went to the Cincinnati Condado. There was a Sports Illustrated Bengals writer meetup, and we drank at the Holy Grail for like 4 hours, and I was hammered, and I just stumbled into Condado and ate nachos and 2 tacos at like midnight. It was a
Man,
religious
did
experience.
you get their fucking queso?
Yeah, of
Wow.
course, with the chorizo in it.
I didn't get the chorizo.
Did you
I'm gonna
say
have to try that.
queso?
Yeah,
I thought-
queso.
Yeah.
That
It's
fucking
pronounced
cheesy
queso,
stuff.
right?
Queso.
Queso.
Q-U-E.
How do you pronounce
Yeah,
it, guys?
we
Queso.
know how to spell it.
Queso.
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 It's queso.
Yeah,
Queso.
queso. Queso.
You-
I think you're doing that on purpose. like people say.
You can never be
jalapenos.
sure. You know, white
Queso.
people have their own dictionary.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with queso in July.
You gotta fucking stop saying queso. It's driving
Make
me
sure you
crazy.
put some-
I don't know why it's driving me so crazy.
Make sure you
He's
put
doing it
some
on purpose.
jalapenos. In
Hey,
that
they got good.
queso.
Hey, when you get that queso to go, they always put one of them jalapenos right in the middle of it.
You know, I'm used to this
Jalapeno.
shit. I'm used to this shit when Derek's on here. Fucking mispronunciations. But
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm having the fucking champagne of beers, man. Oh, Greg's over his headache. He's joined us. in
yeah,
the chat.
Greg, our 3:30
Who-day
show,
Greg?
he was struggling.
Yeah.
Was he hungover?
No, he only had 1 beer, but my God, he was singing his little heart out at Hoffer House last night.
I was gonna say I saw some videos. I figured he was drunk.
Yeah, he had a fucking Heffenweizen. He had a Heffenweizen beer,
Oh,
and then he had water after that.
A light beer. It's a water.
Heffenweizen wheat beer
Yeah,
down at the. You guys got one in
Hofbrauhaus.
Pittsburgh too. The
we do.
Hofbrauhaus.
Yeah, we do have a Hofbrauhaus. And everything you're mentioning, we have in Pittsburgh. Condado, Hofbrauhaus.
Wow.
They have they have the Eagle in Pittsburgh and Cincinnati as well.
Nice.
Well, we can start talking about a team that goes to the playoffs. You guys ain't got one of those in Pittsburgh.
Good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank God. Fuck them.
So do you go to Heinz Field when the
I
Bengals are in town?
went one time, and it was. Do you remember that Monday night game? This was an anniversary present from my fiance. You remember the Monday night game? Andy Dalton got sacked about 8 times. They lost like 42-7. That's the one time I've
Unfortunately.
been to Heinz Field. I was like, I'm never coming back.
Never.
Oh, man.
You can't at that point.
Hey,
I
The
have-
Steelers fans weren't even talking trash. They're like, "Are you okay?"
Hey, do you want a hug? I've been there once and I had a great experience. This was probably
I should go this
20
year. Well, it's like December 23rd. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you. But
oh,
it's
you're
like,
fine.
they're gonna
Well,
kick your
I
ass
know a
out.
guy with sweet tickets. T-Row,
Oh.
the comedian.
When did you
Yeah,
go?
to me.
When did you go, Joe?
It was like 2013 or 2014. It was at the end of the year, and I think we had already clinched the playoffs, and we knocked the Steelers out of the playoffs.
That was 2013, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was
Reggie Nelson gets an
2013.
interception at the end of
Yep.
the game, close it out.
Yep, that was amazing, and all the Steelers fans were really cool. I take that back. Walking around the tailgates, I was getting flipped off, cursed at. But once I actually got in the stadium, in the seats, everyone around me was like really cool, and it was a good environment.
bunch of fucking badasses flipping off a fucking 120.
Exactly, like
guy.
driving by and flipping me off, calling me an asshole. But then once they're actually sitting next to me, everyone's cool.
Hey, I don't want to fucking flex on you, but I went to Pittsburgh one time, and you want to talk about a weekend I can't never fucking go back because it can't get any better. I happened to be there when they fucking blew up Three River Stadium. Fuck the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Wow.
I feel like it's a flex that you were there when
Right.
they blew up.
There, it
I
wasn't
thought that
planned
was cool.
for the radio station. They sent me there for something. I just happened to be there and watch that motherfucker go to the ground. Fuck
That's
him.
awesome.
Mike don't have anything to cheers except his wife.
I tried to text her and see if she'd bring me up a beer, but I may have to make the journey.
Oh, you must be
Yeah,
you
that's-
must be one of them newly married guys thinking you could text your wife to bring you shit.
Not married yet.
Oh,
That's
even better. Well,
it makes sense. Yeah, no, because
Yeah,
you know,
before marriage, that shit can happen.
that sometimes
I know.
does work. It's
Yeah.
like blowjobs, it's not just a unicorn thing. Before
This is what stops them right here.
Yeah, I'm
This thing
I'm
right here.
gonna kick back the marriage another year. Just like we can't afford it.
I want it to be real special for you.
Yeah.
And continue getting my blowjobs.
Right. No, Jolly, I didn't piss on the ashes. I should have. Thinking about it now, that's a good idea. Your idea is a fucking few years late. Hey, they do have a good sandwich in Pittsburgh, though, man. That Pamani Brothers.
Mhm.
I was crying into a Permani Brothers sandwich when we lost 42-7.
That fucking sandwich is delicious.
Everything goes back to that one game for Mike.
Yeah,
Permani's is actually good.
it is good.
People,
They got this
hate it, but
got this fucked up coleslaw that ain't like coleslaw at all, and they put it on the sandwich with fries, and then they put like whatever kind of sandwich you want, like a turkey sandwich.
You lost me at coleslaw.
It's
You
not
can
like
order
regular
no
coleslaw
coleslaw.
though. It's
Okay.
it's totally different, and plus you could tell them no coleslaw.
Chop, how basic, man.
Oh, and also Dale,
man.
for you,
Ketchup?
they'll drown that motherfucker in ketchup. Much
All right.
ketchup as you want.
I'm
You
back
just have
in. I'm back in.
Squirt the fucking shit out of ketchup on it. All over it.
man.
Sold.
I love the Capone because they do hot Italian sausage, capicola, and salami all in the sandwich. It's just
That sounds amazing.
I
Yeah.
can't remember which one I had.
Whew, that sounds good.
It is
hungry.
good. Then they put fries on it too. It's like ginormous. It's got
Yes.
squish.
And it's like homemade bread too, right?
It's good bread.
Yeah, it is.
Skyline's better, but I like
It's-
Permani's.
Fucking A, Skyline's better, but it's still worth the drive up there just to get a fucking sandwich and come back. Hey, Dale's halfway on the way. We pick up Dale, go get a Pamani Brothers sandwich.
I am not halfway on the way to anything. We have established this.
Well, if you're 2 hours from everywhere, Dale, you're 2 hours from me, you're 2 hours from Pittsburgh, so that's halfway.
2 hours from Columbus.
There you go.
I don't think I'm too. Okay, how close is Pittsburgh to Wheeling, West Virginia?
Oh, that's close.
Yeah, not far. What,
Let's
like
go-
45 minutes an hour?
I'm 4.5 hours from Wheeling because my wife had to do a conference there when she worked.
Oh, so you're probably about 5.
Yeah, somehow
probably.
I'm even farther away, Chop.
Yeah, when I went out to visit Dale, he lives way out in East Bumfuck, East Ohio, and I said, well, how far you live from where Joe Burrow was? Because I want to go take a picture in front of the Joe Burrow
it's
stadium.
same area code, 740. It's
the
about
planes.
an hour and a half to 2 hours.
It would like literally almost take me the same amount of time to drive from Cincinnati to the Joe Burrow Stadium.
Where are you
than it
at
would
from
Dale's
Columbus?
house to the Joe
I'm
Burrow
about 2
Stadium.
hours. Where are you at from Cincinnati? I'm about,
About
2 hours.
Pretty much.
There is nowhere. I can't explain it. I'm like somehow in this hell of a place that is so far from everything.
Right, but if you want some good meth, it's right down the road.
Yeah, we have
Yeah.
crack. And
They have a
meth
lot of
and
that shit,
pills.
yeah.
We're the
All right.
Anyway, so the draft.
Let's get Kelly's question.
Yeah,
Let's get
yeah.
Kelly's questions in here.
His question. Our member.
Kelly's only concern I have this season: how Jonah will adapt to right tackle and how the safeties will play after losing Bates and Bell. I think that's a question a lot of us
Those are
have.
two good questions.
Yeah. Mike, what's your thoughts on Jonah first?
First thought is I think that Jonah Williams has the inside track for right tackle. I know that is sometimes a hotly contested debate on Twitter because, well, he posted on Instagram today, so now it's a real battle. Who's going to post more? But he was good at right tackle at Alabama. I mean, I didn't really watch, so I'm kind of paraphrasing here of what people say.
I've heard
he won
that.
some Player of the Weeks. Yeah, I've heard he's good and Player of the Week awards. And Nick Saban said he could play all 5 positions. And look, Nick Saban is
7 to 8 years ago when he played right tackle.
Right, that's right. Back when I was playing left guard. So, yeah, I think he should. If he accepts the transition, I think it's fine. I do think there is a chance he just goes, no, I'll back up left tackle and I'll go get my money next year. Like that's a possibility. It would be, in my opinion, probably not the best move he could make.
Can he
good
do that? He
business
could just
decision.
refuse to play right tackle and say, fuck it, I'll just back up left.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not in the contract that he has to do whatever they tell him.
Yeah.
It would be a dumb move in my opinion, but it's a possible
Dumb move, especially with all the right tackles getting paid this year.
I know. Yeah. If he could play right tackle at above average level, like at 2021 level.
Yeah. I mean, he could get
Probably
15 million, 20 million.
Whatever Mike McGlinchey got.
What did he get?
Shit,
I don't know.
Tom.
He got overpaid. That's a lot.
He got 5
Oh,
years,
okay.
87.5 million.
Yeah, that's a lot. But yeah, it's a concern though, because anytime you're moving left to right, and look, college is way different, even if it's the SEC than the NFL. So that's a concern. Right tackle is a big concern. And Collins probably not healthy to start the year. And who knows? I keep thinking we're going to end up like week 4 having a debate because Jonah's probably, I don't think he's going to hit the ground running enough that you're just like, Collins, ride the bench. I think it'll probably be good enough that he keeps the job, but bad enough that when Collins comes back, we're on Twitter fighting about whether Collins should start his first week that he's healthy or Jonah should keep the job. But yeah, the safety thing is also a concern. Scott Hill. I like Nick Scott quite a bit. Hill, complete question mark, but super prospect. Liked him a lot as a prospect. Scott, just versatile. He played really well in a playoff run for, sadly, a championship team.
Yeah.
And then he played well again this year. I people hated him, and I was just like, man, this guy can play.
Well, and the other factor at safety is, does Jordan battle?
Another battle.
Does he push?
I mean,
I think
he
it's a
could push
real
one of
battle.
these guys out, and one of these guys could, maybe Dax is more of a rotational piece.
Yeah. Oh man, that's the one. I don't want that one to happen. Dax not playing his second year is not.
It'd be
not
tough,
look,
especially when you mean just because of the investment of a first rounder.
Yeah, the investment of the first rounder. It's like, man, if this guy was, if he was playing up to his prospect billing, he'd probably be starting. But I think if he pushes somebody out, it's probably going to be Scott. But then I think Scott just holds the job. And you're talking about Battle next year, and Battle's doing some fun stuff and creating these funky 3 safety looks, 5 snaps a game because it's.
I mean, it's hard for Dax Hill to start though when you got Jesse Bates. I mean, so Jesse Bates was playing great, so that's why Dax Hill sat on the burner,
And Von Bell was playing great. Look, why would you want to mess with that? And neither one got hurt the entire year, so it made sense. Like, he's going to ride the bench. Now, if he's losing out to Nick Scott and Jordan Battle, even though I like Nick Scott and think he can start, that's a little bit more of a look.
And tell me if this matters. Like, do you look at guys at safety as far as like, this guy's a true free safety, this guy's a true strong safety, or is it more fluid? Like, I'm very uneducated as far as how safeties work, and especially in Lou Anarumo's scheme.
Yeah, great question, because I feel like a lot of people do think that, and I don't. I think very fluid. I think there's roles, and when you think of your free safety, you think Earl Thomas, Ed Reed, middle of the field, center fielder, left to right. The Bengals play single high, but they'll flip who's back there. And I think that they like the versatility of all the guys that they have. Nick Scott is versatile in that he's played deep. He's come down and run support. And all these guys have played a lot of split field coverage, which there is no free safety, strong safety in that. I just think with all of the split, cover 2, cover 4, 2-man, all that, basically if you took a line down the middle, there's each side is its own thing with a safety over the top. With all of that, safeties are pretty much interchangeable. And that's a big part of why I don't really care about free safety, strong safety. That was a very big talking point 5 years ago. It's just the evolution of the game has moved more towards you want both safeties deep because the passing game's huge. You want to limit explosive plays. What teams are trying to do to the Bengals, let's play cover 2 and let's keep everything in front of us. Like, we got torched by Jamar Chase. Not anymore. Like, not on deep balls. So
we're not putting 8, 9, 10, we're not putting a ton of guys in the box unless you're playing. I was just going to say, unless it's Derrick Henry. That's the only way.
Here's our super chat. Rowdy, this guy's big Clemson fan. Redrafted 2019 draft, where would Jonah be picked? And if we're refusing to admit he wouldn't be a great pick for us, where would he be drafted?
I mean, he probably wouldn't be drafted 9th overall. I got to look at the 2019 draft because I am not enough of a degenerate.
I will say he went 11th, and he, like, in that draft, he was the best offensive tackle prospect. I remember that and being like,
he definitely was. Yeah, I remember.
The Steelers traded up and took Devin Bush when everyone thought we were going to take him. So thank you for that, Pittsburgh, by the way.
Yeah.
That'd be a worse pick. I mean, man, look at that draft class. Kyler Murray, I guess he got a second contract. Nick Bosa, great. Quinnen Williams, great. Cleveland Farrell. Okay, I remember this now. Devin White, Daniel Jones, Josh Allen, TJ Hawkinson, Ed Oliver, Devin Bush, Jonah Williams, Rashawn Gary, next pick, so that kind of stinks now. Next 3, Rashawn Gary, Christian Wilkins.
The D tackles, right?
Yeah.
But that's back.
Dexter Lawrence.
We still had. Did we still have
Jeffrey
Gino at that
Simmons,
point?
Jeff Simmons. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Grab a defensive tackle.
Yep.
The D tackles.
And then the Chargers get Jerry Tillery later. Like, we'll grab one. Oh, man. But the next tackle taken was Andre Dillard.
Was it?
So that wouldn't have been better. Titus Howard.
Nope.
No. Caleb McGarry. I don't think that would have been better. Jawan Taylor, funny enough.
Oh, yeah. I forgot he was in that same class.
Yeah, well, Jawan Taylor.
They really liked Jawan Taylor, didn't
Yeah,
they?
and he fell to the second round somehow, which was like shocking because he was projected top 10 a lot. He was projected close up there with Jonah.
There's Risner, who people have been.
Well, we wanted him.
For.
We traded that pick where they got Drew Lock the next pick. That was back-to-back picks for Denver, and we traded Drew Lock to trade down and later get Drew fucking Sample.
Oh. Ugh.
Hey, you see those names? Oh, AJ Brown. Oh,
I am struggling to find a tackle that's actually better than Jonah Williams, though.
Well, I'm pretty sure that before we got Orlando Brown in free agency, we were all pretty like, okay, hope Jonah comes back and he plays the year before. You know, last year he got 2 of them blown out kneecaps.
Yeah,
so we were okay with him coming
back. He played
back.
through a broken kneecap, or not broken, but a dislocated kneecap. Why do we always diminish that? Like he doesn't.
2 of them, right? It was 2 of them.
2.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think that
he
we
blew
as
out the
fans
second
were going to
one,
be like super pissed about him coming back, but then fucking Orlando Brown comes.
But I think that's part of why he was pissed because, like, literally before Orlando Brown contacted the Bengals, like a week before, they were like, Jonah's our left tackle. We have faith in Jonah as our left tackle. And then it's like Orlando Brown calls and you're able to work out a deal where you get him for $16 million per.
And I think Pollock found out like 10 minutes before Jonah.
Rowdy said, I think we're holding on to a dream with Jonah that he can be a great player because we spent a high first-round pick on him. If he was a fifth-round pick, he would just be gone. Maybe.
I don't think.
I also think it was because he was on. I think it was because, like you had said earlier, Mike, like he was on the rise coming into last year, and then it just kind of, the bottom fell out, and he wasn't horrible. It's just when he looked bad, he looked real bad. When he got beat,
would be. Yeah,
it was a low light.
I've always have an issue with this. He's either going to be a great player or he's gone. Like, there's most of the NFL lives in between that.
That's fair.
I mean, for Pete's sakes, Abwehi keeps getting picked up. People, Bobby Hart keeps getting contracts.
I was actually gonna bring up like Hakeem Adeniji was a 7th round pick and he's still playing.
Yeah.
Like,
hey,
he's on a paycheck.
Jonah will probably fucking ball out, man, because you know what? He got fucking smacked in the mouth this offseason.
My OCD has to tell you that Hakeem Adeniji was a 6th-round pick out of Canada.
Oh, my mistake. Either way, I wasn't watching him. He was late enough that I'm like, I'm not bothered. This guy's probably getting cut.
and is he going to get cut this year, by the way? Because I think a lot of us assume, like, okay, this year they get rid of him, but they have had more faith in him than Deontay Smith.
I can tell you that I believe that this coaching staff likes him a lot more than we do.
I think so, too.
There's a reason he was the first guy off the bench.
Cody Ford's going to have to show something to me to get Hakeem off this roster.
Oh man, what will the Bengals Twitter be if Cody Ford gets cut and they keep Hakeem Adeniji?
Oh,
Would people have a big issue with that?
Yeah, I feel like people are kind of hyped about Cody Ford because he was.
They
are.
Yeah.
A little bit.
I mean, all I know about Cody Ford is like his
PFF grades
atrocious.
Yeah. But he went to Arizona.
Are people excited about him?
Well, people hate Adeniji though. Like you got it. Like
people,
when a guy sucks for your team,
that's fair.
And the biggest moments of, AKA the Super Bowl one year and the AFC Championship the next.
He was kind of worse in that AFC Championship game.
Yeah, they were both very bad.
Well, whole offensive line. I remember I was like, oh man, Karras is getting beat and Volson's getting beat. But Mike Dana was taking Volson's lunch. I was like, this is a bad day.
Which I don't know. Did you guys ever pop that up? Somebody asked about Volson's leap for year 2 was a question for you, Mike. I don't know if we.
Oh, I didn't see it.
I think we missed that.
Sorry.
But what do you think he makes a leap here in year 2? Because I know last year I had no opinion about it. I remember, like, I put that clip out and I was like, well, my parents taught me if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all.
Dax Hill's gonna make the biggest jump, I think. I hope.
Derek, you somehow look whiter than before you got on the cruise.
I thought you were supposed to get tan.
Listen.
Listen.
I could start.
No, this. You know how the camera adds 30 pounds? Well, the camera adds 30 to the brightness of me, evidently.
The negative brightness.
Yeah.
The whiteness.
The whiteness. There it is.
The
there it is. Maybe if I shut the light off, it might help. But what's going on, guys?
What's up, man?
I'm home.
Yeah.
I know you look refreshed, relaxed in your kind of Hawaiian shirt.
Right.
Yeah.
Got a couple buttons undone.
Yeah. I told Sarah, because this was literally the only shirt I had left when we pulled up to Tennessee. I said I look like an Italian gigolo in this thing pulling up to Tennessee.
That's not the first thing I thought.
What did you think?
I know.
I wasn't thinking Italian gigolo. I was waiting for fucking Shaquille O'Neal's dick to be on the screen, and motherfucker.
I was just gonna say, were you thinking porn star?
He's bright as hell. Yeah.
So I feel like we have to fill Mike in on this.
He looked like Ron Jeremy went on a diet.
So Crypt Keeper calls Derek Casper's dick. He's so white. He calls him Casper's dick. He's as white as Casper's dick.
Okay, yeah, I see that.
And Derek's talked about going on this cruise. When I go on the cruise and I come back,
you'll see.
So this is Derek off the cruise.
This is the post cruise.
Yeah,
post cruise.
This is him tan.
This is Derek tan.
I need to get a better camera.
That's not called tan.
It's the camera. Yeah, it's
that's
definitely
called
the camera.
white.
What's so funny is I'm like just as pale as you, Derek, but for some reason I don't get the shit you get.
Listen, maybe because of the difference in contrast between Sarah and I just think I'm darker than what I really am.
Could be. That could be.
I just think it's funny. I can't wait for Crypt Keeper to see this. He's clearly not on here. He would,
right?
Or he's got a paragraph he's typing out.
That's true. With a lot of
all his commas and
emojis and shit in it.
Oh God, Kevin read the commas today. He read
comma, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, comma, 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 thumbs up emoji, comma, 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 comma.
Kind of glad to be from a generation that doesn't do that.
Yeah.
You ought to try my generation. Shit, we were using the fucking abacus to do math. Like I tell my kids, like back in the day, I had a handheld computer too. It was called a calculator.
Oh man, I love it.
Boobs, right?
Yeah,
right. Yeah.
0085.
You have to flip it upside down. It'd say boobs.
Yeah,
that one stuck through generations.
Did it really?
Oh yeah,
that's an all timer.
Oh yeah,
boob. You could put boobless also.
That's
we
true.
need a Gen Z here just to see if it made it to the next gen too.
I doubt it. My kids.
Although now you could like put letters in those
Facebook or
calculators
Twitter.
now.
These new
Really?
kids. No, they do fucking TikTok and Snapchat.
Smartwatches in their cell phones.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, my kids don't want smartwatches. I've asked them, like, they don't want smartwatches.
So what's going on with the Bengals lately? I literally
nothing, Derek. They
Nothing.
stopped while you were on your cruise.
OTAs.
They didn't do shit. They waited
Yeah,
for you
I
to
know.
come back.
Have we talked about the draft? I think we were getting ready to talk about the draft. Let's say.
Yeah, that's what we were
Okay.
going to
Oh.
do.
I was going to
Okay.
say I seen where Jonah posted some pictures saying he was ripped, and I heard you guys were talking about him a little bit. Was that what that was
Squatted
about?
605 pounds 3 times the other day too.
Yeah,
Okay.
we were kind of talking about like he's average, and then we looked through that draft class, and we still couldn't find like it was like would you make?
I couldn't find a tackle better.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and at the time we really needed line. Like,
Yeah. It
It's
wasn't
been
a
a
bad
story
fit.
for like 10 years.
yeah.
Right.
Well, that's what when everybody gets up in arms about the line, I'm like, we've actually invested in it though. the last
yeah. I was
couple
going to say
years.
find
Harris,
the offensive
Kappa,
line.
Talk at it.
Mm-hmm.
Orlando Brown. It's like why
Carney.
are we? Well,
Find an
They're on the
offensive
second rounder.
line where from left to right tackle they are competent in every single one.
The
And-
Eagles, but
Yeah, I mean there might be one or two,
I know
but
one
to
this
have
year.
4 out of 5, I mean, and for
Even
the 5th to be Jonah, I don't think that's bad.
even the Eagles probably got questions because they lost
Isaac.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yep.
Isaac Seumalo.
I just say
And,
Isaac because I don't want to mess up.
Although that's the only question mark when you look across, everybody else is like a
man.
Pro Bowler or better.
What a draft they had too.
2 Hall of Fame talents.
It's crazy.
But that's another right tackle that got paid though. Lane Johnson, like 33
Oh, he's
million.
worth
So
it, though.
like
goodness.
I know, but like we talked about McGlinchey, it's like Lane Johnson. I wish Jonah would embrace it, and I would love to see him just come out and say like, "Hey, you know what? I'm going to make this move to right tackle, and I'm going to dominate."
I think he will make the move to right tackle, and he's going to do all that. But I just, in my mind, I'm like, there is like that 5% chance he just goes, "Fuck you. I'm going to stay at left tackle. I'll play the bench."
I think this one's for Derek.
What? No, I think he was talking to Ken
earlier in the chat.
Yeah. Oh, Ken in the chat.
I thought it was.
Oh yeah, Ken. I see it now.
Hello,
I'm telling you, man. I'm
I was about to say like,
yeah.
Did you guys see this one here? About Adeniji, his girlfriend being good friends with Burrow's girlfriend.
I didn't know that. Rowdy from
I didn't know Adeniji was married.
He's got the inside scoop of everything.
Yeah, he does.
Rowdy is Zach Taylor, by the way.
So, Mike, do you think that we are going to try to run the same offense and just hope the line is better? Or do you think we try to, there were some reports early on in, these practices that we were running a bunch of play action, which we hardly ever saw. It was almost all shotgun. Do you think we try to just, add some wrinkles and, give some different looks, or is just like, no, we upgraded our offensive line. We just need to do what we did last year, but just be better at it?
Well, I think they're going to run a little bit more play action. It seems like the evolution of the offense, but it won't be from under center. It'll be from the shotgun. Mm-hmm. That's where they're going to run the play action. I think some people are saying RPOs. I don't know how much of the RPOs would really help. I mean, to me, it's kind of like the sexy buzzword. But when you think about what's an RPO, what's the RPO? Quick game and worse running than normal because the linemen are kind of looking back like, can I climb?
What are you doing?
Yeah.
How long do I got? So I think, to me, I would just run the same offense, try to get more play action with the run game. The run game was actually efficient when they started going all shotgun, not explosive, but that's why you had Chase Brown and Orlando Brown. You hope that these guys will just make it more efficient run game. Not more efficient, but more explosive run game, and maybe threaten defenses a little bit. I think it's going to be hard to ever threaten defenses enough to get them to commit more guys in the box.
To the run game, yeah.
When you look at Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, you're like, well, it's going to be damn hard to convince me to come down there when these two are out there. So,
in that respect, Mixon should be able to eat, shouldn't he?
Mm-hmm. He should. And I think better tight end blocking would help. That was like a sneaky bad thing. Like,
don't worry, Drew Sample's
back,
on his way. We're gonna be fine, right, Derek? Your favorite
absolutely
player,
right? Absolutely.
Sample season, baby.
The team was fine when Hurst got hurt. By the way, that was like kind of surprising. They went undefeated during that stretch with Mitch Wilcox and Devin Asiasi.
Hey, we went undefeated when Chase was out too.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
I didn't see a lot of drop off from Hurst to Wilcox, really.
I think there's drop off in the passing game, but the run game now, it's just It's not like Hurst was a great blocker, and then Irv Smith's coming in. He's not really.
Right.
Not in line, at least. I think he's actually really good when he's on the move and in space.
I was going to say, I think Irv Smith is a slight improvement, at least.
Slight improvement.
In blocking.
Yeah, but he's not going to come in and be George Kittle.
No.
Neither is Drew Sample, to be fair, even if he's the best at blocking.
He'll be the George
Kittle. Living
the
dream. Hey, some people wanted Luke Schoonmaker, and my comparison for him was Drew Sample.
We could have had 2 Drew Samples.
Imagine the possibilities.
Imagine my head fucking exploding.
Oh, goddamn.
The comp came when it was back-to-back plays, and he blows up the right side of the defensive line. He climbs. I'm like, oh, wow, great block. And then the next play, he falls down while trying to catch the ball. I was like, oh, my goodness.
That is the most Drew Sample.
I've seen this before. He runs like a better athlete than he looks like on film. It's like, yeah, this is him.
Yeah. Hey, he had that one-handed catch.
So did CJ Ham.
You're holding on to that, Derek.
Hey, 10 yards per catch.
Garrett Bradbury had a one-handed catch, I think, for the Vikings.
The center?
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, I didn't make a 2-yard gain.
So, Miles Murphy.
Yeah.
I love Miles Murphy, and I feel like the only person on Bengals Twitter with a following that does, but maybe I'm wrong. Do you guys love him?
Well, we don't have a
really
following,
like the
so.
pick. It was weird
Yeah.
because we did a live show, and we had a
Mhm.
bunch of us on, and a lot of people was like, "Oh," like I just kind of sit there like, okay, because I had said like there's the Marion Hobby connection for the Clemson D lineman, so I was kind of expecting it to be him or Breesy
Yeah.
as
And
as
I
the
like
actual
him much
pick.
more than Breesy.
But then everybody was getting the from the people live at the Paul Brown
Mhm.
or Paycor watch party, the vibes for Mayer, and then Tyler Eifert was posting stuff about Mayer. So everybody thought Mayer was the pick. I think that's what made it like so weird in the moment. But like I think it was the right pick because like they took a position of value over a position that's not valued.
Higher position of need.
Yeah, and they got a guy who can move inside, outside. He's got to develop his pass rush moves.
Oh, it's not there, but I think he fits an archetype that we've seen a bit in the NFL. Like Rashawn Gary, Jason Pierre-Paul, trying to think of some other guys. I consider Bradley Chubb like that, but he went really high.
Well, the first two you named are very good comparisons.
Yeah, I love the Jason Pierre-Paul comparison because he had no idea what he was doing coming out of college, and he didn't get very many sacks his last year. Like he did in community college, but I mean, look, man, if you're Jason Pierre-Paul in community college, you just gotta line up and walk.
Right.
Yeah. No, I did say I thought he had like Hendrickson level effort wise, like just every play is.
Yeah, he's definitely high effort.
Yeah,
and the upside is huge. It's just you're probably not getting much this year, and you have to be okay with that, which you should be. You have Hendrickson and Hubbard, like Osai is going to be your third guy. I think he'll do some stuff, he'll flash, but you're probably not going to get a lot just because he doesn't have any idea what he's doing. But when you look at like 5-star recruits like that who are at least fairly productive, not like 0 sack guys in college. He had more sacks in college than Rashawn Gary, by the way. Level of athlete and size combination with a little bit of length. Those guys usually go top 15, top 20.
Yep.
I think the lower end comparison you want to make one was like Emmanuel Ogba, and even he's getting like an 8 sacks a season finally. Took him forever to develop, but he's doing pretty good. Was doing pretty good in Miami. I haven't watched him.
And that's the thing too. Like if he had 2 to 3 rush moves, he would have went top 5, top 10.
And if he could bend,
but he went to a great spot, just like I thought. Nolan Smith was apparently in that conversation.
That's who I wanted.
Nolan Smith went to a good place in Philly where they have Reddick, and they have that example of using that body type and knowing how to use that guy to get the best out of him. I think Marion Hobby is such a great defensive line coach. Miles Murphy went to a great spot, and he's playing here with Hendrickson, Hubbard, Osai, who was showing his flashes. Like, I think we're going to get the best out of it. I think the fit, especially like when you look at it after the draft, is like, well, this is great. Like, we can develop that, and he's going to be really good. And Marion Hobby gets the best out of guys. Did he have Ogba at one point? I think you mentioned Ogba.
In Miami.
Yeah. Like, Marion Hobby gets the best out of guys like that.
Yeah. Underrated defensive line coach.
I was going to say, are you worried at all that he may only get, or he, meaning Miles Murphy, may only get 1 year of Marion Hobby, whereas like next year he might.
Where do you think he's going?
Well, I'm just worried that like once Lou moves off into a head coaching position, will he take Hobby with him as his or defensive coordinator, that kind of stuff?
We ain't thinking that far ahead.
It's a lot of what ifs.
Well,
I actually
nobody's even hired Lou. We thought we're losing.
Yeah, really sadly, I have been on the train that Lou Anarumo is not what the NFL is currently looking for, despite being top 5 NFL defensive coordinator. It's great for me selfishly, but when I looked at that, I'm like, oh man.
Same.
But when you look at like Vic Fangio, he was the defensive coordinator for those 49ers defenses, and they went to the Super Bowl. He didn't get a head coaching job. He had to go then be the defensive coordinator for the Bears and go blow stuff up over there before he finally got a head coaching. I mean, it didn't go well.
And do we remember Dick LeBeau? Dick LeBeau was an amazing defensive coordinator.
Yeah, he was.
Didn't go well as head coach.
No,
And
I'm not
even
even thinking
Zimmer,
that.
like we all love Zimmer, and Zimmer,
Mhm.
I guess, was a little more successful with Minnesota, but it didn't go as well as
He
we
went to
all
an
thought it
NFC
would.
Championship game. I would say.
I know that's what I
pretty
mean.
good.
Like his went better, way better than any of the other names, but
Yeah.
still,
When you,
like
but when you think of like what do NFL front offices want right now? They want
young
smart
Offense.
offensive coordinator.
yeah.
Young and offense is what you need to hear right there.
Yeah.
What is the remote? Old and defense. And
Well,
I
how
mean,
he might not be that old. How old is he?
He's in his
gotta
mid
be-
50s at least.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
Mid-50s
Well,
ain't
even
bad.
even still, he may go. You know, Callahan might get a job.
56.
And
56
Tom
ain't that
Brady-
old, you bunch of fucking young bucks. It's
Hey,
okay.
come on now. That's not what we're saying, Chop.
I know.
That's like saying 30 is old for a running back. It's the truth. It's just
It's
not
relative,
old.
right?
Yeah.
It's relative.
30. I think the new old for
Oh,
running back is like
26.
26.
Yeah.
I think going back to Murphy, I was disappointed, I think, at first because what either you, Dale, or Mike were saying about people thought we've made a first round pick that was going to make an immediate impact. Once I started to learn a little bit more talking to you, Dale, like, no, he can potentially kick inside and he can be a rotational piece that can play a lot of valuable reps. And I think that's what I'm most optimistic about is like, all right, let's see what Hobby and Anarumo can do about getting him some reps and mixing him in there and get some interior pass rush potentially that we badly need.
Well,
think
and
I'd rather
sometimes,
pick
right, it's like
Hubbard.
we just need to get that one stop against Mahomes.
That's what I'm saying.
You
With
know,
fucking
and it's
Mahomes or
adding
Josh Allen.
to that, adding a guy like him that's like, hey, maybe that one move you have is the only one we need in that
That's
one
right.
moment to go to the Super Bowl.
When they're laying on their ass, that is an impact player that we got right there.
Same thing with
Mhm.
Hubbard. Like Hubbard is a energy effort
Yep.
guy, and
Yeah.
like
Hubbard will like surprise you though. Like he'll throw out some move. He had a play against the Dolphins where and the Dolphins right tackle stunk, but he hit him with a long arm bull rush, and the Dolphins guy like rolled over onto his back and flipped over. I was like, this is one of the coolest looking pass rushes that we're gonna see all year.
Mhm.
And then Sam Hubbard, other than that, is like, hey, he's pretty good. He's a fine pass rusher.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was going to say that it seems like literally the past 2 years that's what it's taken. The year before when we went to the Super Bowl, it was Sam Hubbard's sack there at the end that kind of got us to that
forced
point.
overtime.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I do
then
think
this
he's-
year
Yeah,
we
he
just
kinda
didn't
leveled
have
up.
that.
Hubbard leveled up a little bit in that
Mhm.
playoff run, and he hasn't really gone down too much from them. So
Mhm.
I don't know if something just clicked or what, but he's a better player now than when he signed his contract.
I honestly think having Hendrickson there helped him a lot to learn, some stuff because
Well, the
Hendrickson learned
nuances
from.
of
Yeah, exactly.
Marion Hobby probably also
Well,
deserves a little credit.
Yeah.
Hendrickson had what's that? Jordan Cameron.
Jordan
Cameron
Cameron.
Cam
Or
Jordan.
Cam Jordan.
Cam Jordan. Remember there was Jordan Cameron, the Browns tight end, and
I used to always get Melvin Ingram and Melvin Gordon confused because they're both on the Chargers.
Well, I always get Melvin Ingram and then Melvin Ingram mixed up because one spelled with an E and the other one spelled with an I.
There's a second Melvin Ingram.
Yeah.
What?
There's I think he's a tight end, maybe.
Evan Ingram?
No, no. There's another. Hold on, I'll look him up.
I think it's Evan Ingram.
Maybe that's what it was. Evan Ingram.
I was gonna say Evan Ingram, Melvin Ingram. Yeah, that makes sense. That sounds similar.
That's what.
Yeah, but definitely two different first names.
Yeah.
Or Derek is pulling out some real deep cut, like, practice squad player for the Titans.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get them mixed up all the time.
I'm always talking about Melvin with an E.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the Chargers scout punter.
All right, moving into the second pick that we had, DJ
Mhm.
Turner. That Houday Joe, got to give you the credit for calling that. Pork Chop was in a similar spot on our live show where I was thinking corner and DJ Turner. So you guys both kind of nailed that pick. I liked it. I was kind of thinking Tyreek Stevenson, and then he went a couple picks before. But I definitely was filling corner at that spot. Studying DJ Turner, what's your thoughts on him? Can he make an early impact? There was something today about Cheetah maybe being behind schedule on his rehab. I thought he was ahead of schedule, but there was something in our earlier show where somebody said he might be behind. That was with Paul Daner and Jay Morrison's podcast, and I hadn't heard that till today.
That is interesting. Yeah, I mean, with Cheeto, you want him for the end. You don't care if he plays week
Right.
one. At least
Even
I
if
don't.
even if he was on pup. But I mean, we got a long way before that. But
Yeah.
do you think Turner could fill that spot, or would it probably be Sidney Jones?
That'd be a battle, huh?
Or does Apple come back in that situation?
Oh my God. No, I think Sidney Jones replaced Apple. Similar career arcs before Cincinnati. I like DJ Turner a lot. I do think he's a next year player. He just prototypical movement. I know he's a little bit smaller, but I think that's why he's going to be outside. Like when you think of you're going to build movement ability in a cornerback for an outside corner, I mean, it's DJ Turner, 4.2 speed and smooth hips, everything you want, change of direction. Not
does he have good reaction
time,
or is that his speed? Because like when I'm watching some of him, like, and I'm definitely not on the level of a lot of you guys that study this all the time, but I'm like, is that reaction time or just his speed where he closes so quick?
Oh, both. I think speed does a lot of it though, just because, I mean, I don't think you can fake 4.2 something speed. Maybe he's really a 4.3 guy, but like, well, okay, so you're still like Will Fuller fast.
Yeah,
it's great. My concerns are just length, and I'm not sure. He's not afraid to tackle, but he likes to do the cornerback move of jump on the back and let the guy carry him until he falls down. And I'm like, all right, I don't like that.
He's not a Dax Hill hitter, like,
not a Cam Taylor-Britt hitter.
Neither of those guys.
But I do think it's a kind of a cool combo for the future. Cam Taylor-Britt, physical, he's kind of the opposite. Like his hips are stiff and he's physical and he likes to get his hands on guy. And DJ Turner, he's more like his arm length kind of stops him from getting he likes to press, but it's usually not like I'm going to jam this guy and just beat him up. He's, a little bit play off, do all the other stuff. The high end comparison in my mind was like a Jonathan Joseph, undersized, really good movement ability. If he can, the ball skills and whatever other concerns you have, the length like that's, I think, the concern with him. But when you look at it, it's like you could see the potential. I mean, most guys don't move like that. So, and Cam Taylor-Britt, you let him take the big physical guy, you let DJ Turner take the route running and the speed guys. That I think it's kind of an interesting combo.
Yeah, and I think that pick made a lot of sense as far as just where the league is going to. It's not about being physical and being able to play these corner routes. It's much more about keeping up with the Tyreek Hills of the world and not getting burned for these huge plays. So I think it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. I like having both, one big physical, one small fast. And I think with Turner, I lost it, but there was something in my mind that I wanted to say. I think
you're probably going to say
you need that beer. You need that beer.
Text.
People going to be coming into that fucking stadium.
There's one on the way.
While
we're waiting on that, do you guys maybe want to talk about these a little bit? Am I behind on sales on these? Do I need to get some shipped out ASAP?
No, I would tell you.
Okay.
But yeah, we do have some koozies left. You can go to our shop.
Look at this, Mike. We got a whole shop now. So
right.
Wow.
We got our merch store. They can buy koozies, some of these other shirts. Thank you. There you go, Mike.
There it is.
Thanks, Sans fiance.
Oh, nice. Pork chop. I haven't seen that one. That one's awesome. Pork chop's rocking that.
Oh, wait, no,
I got my hat on. There's all sorts of cool stuff. Link is in the description.
I got the Kid Titty guy on right now.
Yeah, you are Kid Titty guy.
Kid Titty guy, yeah.
Sans, have you seen that shirt?
No.
It's just, I have one. I have one of them.
Here, hold
I was
on.
going to say, I haven't seen you wear it yet.
I wore it last week.
I got the shirt,
Oh, you
but
did?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
He
right.
wore it when I went on from Florida.
I wore it last week, and then me and Whit had that fucking mental health
That's
talk.
right.
And my name is literally Cam Titty Guy Stan, as we have a serious emotional talk about mental health. Yeah. Look at
there
that.
you go.
And was this week one last year?
It was week one, Pittsburgh. It was actually a video I took, and I made the photo then.
I think it might be a GIF on Twitter.
It is.
And we put that up as a joke
just being like, "Hey, if we sell one, it'll be hilarious."
Pork chop has a portrait of it.
Yeah, it's a
Right,
portrait.
I got a fucking mix tile made of it for my wall.
If it's not still our bestseller, it was our bestseller for a long time. Like,
Can
we
Titty-
sold-
I'll
Can
buy
guy-
3 more if it's not our bestseller.
Can Titty
Ask
guy
I'll have
watches
to
me
look.
sleep every night.
Oh man.
I think
Thank
the
you,
Chuck
Can
Sizzle
Titty guy.
one actually sold more than the Can Titty one, but I'll have to look.
Now we got to know how we get you to be Dick Can Guy.
Right.
Dick Can Guy.
Yeah, Dick Can guy.
You're going to need a really tiny can for that.
You can put a big can in front of it and pretend.
You can hold the can.
Oh God.
Anyways,
I'll put
We already
that
talked
on-
about
third
that.
round pick. Our third. Oh, you guys did talk because you talked safeties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We already
Well, I
got to
just
talk
want to
about
say
that.
I am very excited. Initially, I wasn't. Like, did you guys talk about that? Of the initial, I was like, I don't know, and then it's
I
like,
had the same reaction.
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah, I
Another
mean,
next year guy
I thought it was
to me.
great value. I mean, that
I
was
was
kind of my
excited
reaction. I was
about
like,
it.
good value.
yeah. It
I
was
don't know.
definitely good, like good value, but it was like, oh, the Nick Scott, but
I mean, personally, I loved it because I felt like this was my thought going into the draft is that our fucking offense is ready. Joe's gonna fucking cook, man. What we need to keep our defense. We lost fucking Von Bell. We lost Jesse Bates.
Right.
Fuck yeah, we need some defense here. You know,
well,
we
if
got
you're gonna,
Miles
you
Murphy.
said if you're going to pay the offense,
Yeah, we got
Draft
fucking
early.
DJ Burner in the second round and fucking coming strong with fucking Jordan Battle in the third round, man. I was hyped. I'd been okay if we took another motherfucker in the fourth round.
Did you hear about how Jordan Battle crashed Nick Saban's boat when he was at Alabama?
oh,
No.
and he was still a captain. That
Yeah.
says a lot.
Yeah,
That does say a lot.
He
You wrecked the
basically
fucking guy's boat.
he was trying to dock it and he had no idea what he was doing, so he just crashed it into there and he was like, "Sorry, coach."
Yeah. Whoops.
To be fair, Nick Saban's probably like, nah, I buy another one.
Yeah.
And I have 3 others. It's fine.
Loved him. Nick Saban loved him. So I mean, who am I to disagree?
I
with
think
that?
we're gonna. I think.
Mhm.
And I liked him a lot. I think he's super smart.
Yes.
Yeah. And
Biggest quality.
we can't read anything right into taking first team reps because Nick Scott's dinged up.
Right.
I don't
shoulder.
take like anything from OTAs at all, to be honest with you.
But I said it
first team
can't
reps
hurt for
means
him to
nothing.
get first team reps.
Mhm.
Though, is what we talked about on the show Wednesday. Like first team reps is still good for
Sure.
him to get some reps with the guys because he's gonna play.
Absolutely.
He's gonna play some, and special teams wise too. And you guys probably talked all about this. I had to go fucking get my drink refill.
Yeah, special teams. He was a special teamer, so
Yeah.
he knows what he's doing there. So they loved him. They loved the interview. I think he's going to be the longtime starter. I remember when I did my comparison, I pulled up fun name of Patrick Chung, just like the guy, the glue guy of the defense. You know,
Patriots.
yeah, Patriots. He was the guy. You know, he's not going to make Pro Bowls. He's not going to be the household name. But when you ask like the star of the defense, like, you know, who's making this machine go? It's like, well, that guy wears a lot of hats. He's a smart player. Like he does everything to make me the best player I can be. And I think
Well, and Belichick trusted him. We know the relationship
Mhm.
like Belichick has with Saban.
Belichick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
Well,
Sans makes these comparisons because he.
And a lot of
till-
the
Wait
A lot
till
of
I get
the
to my Charlie
vibes-
Jones.
felt like
I
felt
was
like Von
ready
Bell.
for Charlie Jones.
Yeah,
What do the
I-
vibes feel like, Joe?
like Von Bell. And
Oh yeah,
I mean, just
that was the easy
know,
comparison though.
just
I
a
got
real
dig
real
deep.
solid one, fit right in. You want to go to Charlie Jones?
Chuck Sizzle, baby. 4th round. I'll be honest. He's a little older. I didn't have him. I was kind of wanting the UC guy, Tyler Scott.
Tyler
Oh,
Scott. Yeah.
Yeah. And we had Chad Brindle on the night before when we didn't take him when we took Battle. And then he was still there in the 4th. So I was thinking, oh, here's the spot to take him. And then we took Chuck Sizzle. And then once I heard his name was Chuck Sizzle, I was like, perfect pick.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Yep. Love it.
That
I have
that's
that
a
exact
badass
one.
Shirt.
Yeah. And they're
But what are
super
your
soft
thoughts?
too.
Yeah, I'm gonna order.
You have to order your own shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, I get 0% discount.
Yeah, we order our own merch.
Yeah,
like-
we pay for
Yeah.
it.
I guess I never thought of that.
They're all print to order.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean Charlie Jones, really good slot receiver. He played a lot outside at Purdue. I just think I'm not gonna call him weak. He got pushed to the sideline a lot, and I think at the NFL that might be worse. But super awesome change of direction. He's faster than everybody, the underrated white man speed. He has that. Good hands. He's kind of like, I think he's just gonna slide right at another next year pick. Like everybody's like a next year guy. It's like, and that's what the draft is really for. It's for next year and the years after. It's your future. You fill holes in free agency, which they did a good job of. But so next year guy, I think you'll take the slot role. You're trying to get cheaper so you can pay your talent. I don't know about the upside. Like I don't know if I see him as like, oh, you could let T. Higgins go because Charlie Jones, he's gonna push for. He'll be a great wide receiver too. Type that. I don't see that, but I think complementary piece, which is how I came to. Do you guys know the last trio of 1,000-yard receivers?
Oh, it was just talked about. On I think it might have been. Was it on Locked On where they discussed it?
I have no idea.
Was it like Mosswolf or Edelman?
Yeah. No, for the Bengals. For the Bengals.
Oh, for the Bengals.
Oh no, I meant in general.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, wow. Have the Bengals ever done that?
I don't think.
I thought Chad.
I don't think Henry ever
did that. He not?
TJ.
Okay.
No, he didn't.
Okay.
They didn't throw the ball enough.
Well, that's enough dead air. What?
All right, yeah. Larry Fitzgerald, Fitzgerald, Anquan Bolden, and my comparison for Charlie Jones, Steve Breston.
Wow, I haven't heard that.
That is a blast from the past. Yeah,
I was just like, I can't
even remember. This was pre Fitzgerald in the slot, correct?
Yeah, so Breston was the slot guy.
Yeah, Breston was
Fitzgerald, and obviously, Bolden did moonlight in the slot sometimes, just because big guy over the middle. But yeah, those two were the outside 1 and 2, and then Breston came in there, had 1,000-yard year. I think people forget he was pretty good.
Take 1,000-yard year.
I mean, I think a lot of people are excited because I think he fills a need from the returner spot.
Oh yeah, punt returner.
He's shown that explosion where I think a lot of us have braced ourselves on every punt return. There's been a lot of fumbles out of bounds, so and I feel like Sizzle can at least put the fear of God into the defense. Like this guy could house it at any time.
You sure hope so. I mean, he seems like an upgrade over Trent Taylor his rookie year in every meaningful way. Trent Irwin, I don't know, because Trent Irwin to me is an outside receiver. That was kind of the issue with Tyler Boyd goes down and your next best receiver that can come off the bench is an outside guy. Like he's not like some underneath change of direction guy. People kept comparing him to Edelman and Welker because he's a white guy. But your white guy comparison for Trent Irwin, if you're going to go over the top and ridiculous with it, is Eric Decker. 6'3", 6'4" type big white guy on the outside. That's
and he was good for a couple years.
Yeah,
Decker Marshall was one of my favorite combos.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
and then going into
Chuck
the
Sizzle
next
staying out. Before we get off Chuck Sizzle too, man, this guy stays after practice 90 minutes. They get done, he's still practicing 90 minutes. This guy wants to be great.
Mm-hmm. Is Yoshi out there with him too? I thought I saw with
Yossi Vash. I mean, he's been talked a lot about being a sponge out there. So that's encouraging.
I love Yoshi Vash's potential. I mean, guys that big shouldn't move that fast.
Right.
It's just everything else.
Well, he said he was going to go to the Olympics, right? But he chose football instead.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have the heptathlon at the Olympics?
I don't know what the fuck they got. I don't watch the Olympics.
I've been watching.
I watched that bobsled movie. They got bobsledding at the Olympics.
That's the winter.
That Jamaican bobsled team. They made a movie. I saw it.
John Candy.
Yeah, John Candy.
Don't say I saw it like we don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So I had like
Cool Runnings, pork chop.
Well, that's an old movie, man. Y'all were fucking wearing diapers or not even born yet. When that
I was probably like 10.
What year?
I bet like
year.
I'm gonna guess like 92.
Hey Siri,
I wasn't born.
What year was the movie Cool Running? This bitch ain't even listening. She listens all the time.
What was the one thing?
93.
93.
I wasn't born, so
I was
you are right.
I was born. I was fucking 20. 22, 21 years old.
Oh,
I was
pork
drinking.
chop. By the way, I showed my wife and my sister-in-law
Pork chop penis?
the Alexa fart thing while we were on vacation.
Oh,
and
yeah?
they played with that for a good freaking 10 minutes.
Oh, my God.
Listening to her fart.
I didn't even
It would
try.
have been funny if it said pork chop's penis and they played.
It's just like I said, though, isn't it? She's like,
And she
that was a
doesn't
little
stop.
fart. That was
I
a
kept
little
like trying to
fart.
get it to
Did you
stop,
like
and
that
she
one?
just wouldn't.
Hey, for Sans that
Oh.
you don't know, I was talking to our buddy Santori on the telephone one morning, and I don't know what the fuck we were talking about, but all of a sudden my Alexa kicks on, and she's like, "Oh, you want to hear me fart? That was a little fart. Let me make a bigger fart. Did you like that one?" I was like, "What the fuck is going on here?" I mean, she's speaking my language, but I don't know what the fuck I said to get her to start farting.
She knew that you like fart porn.
I think it was probably payback from all the nights I'm in here sleeping. I'm fucking giving it to her.
be fair, it was after your Four Loko adventure.
It was probably right.
You might have been doing some dirty shit.
Oh, thank you. Was that
Look,
Jolly Mole?
Chat
There
always
it
comes
is,
through,
yep.
man. Heptathlon is an Olympic event.
I'll never watch it.
I've been watching the track
I watched
and
ping
field
pong.
while I was on the cruise.
If they make a movie about it, I'll watch the shit out of it.
I mean, curling in the Winter Olympics is elite, right?
That's the best sport. Yeah. That curling in the Winter Olympics and ping pong in the Summer Olympics. Those are
because you got guys that literally look like us that are Olympic athletes.
Like we could
and
do
it's
it if we
great.
tried real hard.
Yeah.
You've seen some
Looks
of those
like-
ping pong players?
Yeah.
Just get distracted. They're crazy.
Oh yeah. It's
I
great.
thought I was good at it, and then I joined a tournament in college. Once you start putting spin on that ball, and I don't know where it's going, I'm lost. I lost 21-3. I was like, I thought I was good. Like if I play against my friends, I beat them. I'm like, yeah, I'll just join this.
Yeah,
and see
it's
if I
like
can
you
win
got to hit the
$100.
ball straight, no spin. What are you guys doing?
No fancy
They're
shit.
doing it on like the serve. I'm like, hey,
Exactly.
come on, give me a shot.
It's un-American, in my opinion.
So, you guys want to dig into Chase Brown a little bit? Or?
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I thought you guys were about to skip.
Listen,
that's why I popped back on because I thought you were gonna skip.
Yeah.
We kind of naturally went into Yosevach, so
Yeah,
Just
I
wide
know because
receivers,
the
yeah.
receivers, but
Yeah.
Chase Brown, I had him. If we would have took him at the end of the third, I would have been like, okay, I understand it. And then clearly in the fourth round, I'd have been like, oh, that's a good pick. And we were able to get him at the fifth with our fifth pick. I was like, woo, okay, good pick.
Home run speed, exactly what they need in terms of adding explosion to the run game.
Yeah.
And he runs like a veteran. You know, experience sets his stuff up. He's patient. That's one of the hardest things is slow yourself down.
Mhm.
And what he run a lot of in college was shotgun gap run stuff. I'm like,
Yes.
that's what the Bengals do. That's
Yeah.
nice. Seeing him be able to set up counter and power and trap and all that other stuff. I'm like, yeah, this is a direct translation.
And
So I like him a lot. My comparison, because it's always mid to late 2000s players, was Donald
Mhm.
Brown from the Colts.
oh yeah, I remember. How
Most
do you see
famous-
it play? How do you see it playing out as far as him working in playing time?
rotationally.
Yeah, rotationally wise. Like how do you think they'll try to work him in?
I'm a
With
little bit-
Travion too.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
a little bit lost. This is like one area where Mixon's getting what 50, 55, 60% of snaps. At
For
this point.
sure.
He's not getting replaced. They're not going to do the
Right.
Dalvin Cook thing.
No.
Yeah.
So counting that out, I think this is a battle between him and Travion. And I guess Travion, they trust in pass protection. They never replaced Pirine. And everything you hear is just like, yeah, they trust Travion. I'm like, I wish I saw it. Like, I wish I wasn't just going off like, yeah, we
Right.
trust him. Don't worry about it. I'm like,
And-
I'm a little worried.
And does this mean Evans gets cut?
Oh, that's interesting. I don't think Evans has a role. So
Yeah.
it is
Practice
definitely
squad.
possible.
bring
seems
back
like the odd man
who
out.
makes it.
Well,
Yeah.
it's that
Yeah.
and tight ends. I could see.
Oh
them
my God.
light on to keep more receivers.
Bengals Twitter is going to be D-Day, the day that Evans gets cut and Adeniji is kept. Evans and
Yeah.
Adeniji.
Oh yeah, everyone was clamoring for Evans.
Yeah.
Right.
They still
I mean,
are.
But I
Mhm.
mean, it's at some point you got to say, okay, the coaches don't trust him when he gets
Yeah, why did
moments,
they
he
hit him?
doesn't do certain
Sorry.
things, and
So
obviously there has to be stuff in practice that we don't see. But
It's
even
not
on the,
just-
we've seen a little bit on the field.
Mhm.
The preseason games, those big runs that got called back for holding.
Yep.
He was misreading the defense on some of those, and he's just more athletic. But
Yeah.
that caused the hold. Like whoever, I don't know, no name right tackle that's a practice squatter is maybe Isaiah Prince is blocking somebody and he's got him lined up like, all right, you're gonna watch my butt cheeks. You go where I'm pointed. And he goes outside, but he's just super athlete. So he gets outside and runs, and these are all practice squad players, scores a touchdown. Everybody's excited. But Adeniji, or could be Adeniji, but whoever is blocking his guy, and then his guy goes to go after him, and he's like, I'm blocking this way. So everybody's grabbing when they block. Yeah. You're not making the NFL if you're not. So once that happens, the jersey gets pulled as he tries to go because he didn't think he'd go that way, and then called back. So those runs, those huge runs, everybody's excited about. Chris Evans is kind of causing those holding,
and that their Bengals Twitter is faulting the offensive line for those. And okay,
but I feel like there was a pass route that he was all
in the wrong route
in the Super Bowl.
And Joe like went in.
It wasn't the wrong route. So what happened was he ran a rail route, which is like a tight wheel. Like you want to, it's basically just go outside and vertical, just sprint, and that's great for Chris Evans, right? And they got the perfect matchup. He was on a linebacker, and there's so much. There's 15 yards of space to the outside, and Chris Evans runs right into the linebacker, and the ball sails over him.
Yeah, that was the same. That was the same play that he was it the Lions game that he got the touchdown.
That was a different one, but yeah, that was a go route from the outside. He was actually a wide receiver for that one. Go route, or a hitch and go, might have been a double move, but yeah, he cooked Anzalone, the anal zone. But yeah, that rail route stuck in my mind because I'm like, man, that was a first quarter like touchdown. Imagine the start of the game, and it's like a Chris Evans touchdown on third down because it went incomplete, missed the touchdown. You end up punting, or maybe that might have been the fourth down debacle. Anyway, that's enough about the Super Bowl.
Imagine that happens. We win that game, and Chris Evans's career goes very different.
I know. That's like a
Super Bowl MVP Chris Evans.
If he just
in general, it seems like there's been these times where Evans just he's not in the right place or he doesn't do the right thing, and the coaches have lost trust and faith in him.
And they just don't trust a 5'9", 190-pound guy to pass protect, even if his PFF grades whatever. They don't trust it. That's why P. Ryan at like 6'3", 240 is the pass protection back at times.
Yeah, he did get that game-winning touchdown against Kansas City, though.
Sure did.
There you go.
And then got benched like the next week.
That's what I mean. His flashes are high, and that's why everyone's high on him because his flashes are phenomenal.
When he came in the game, I said to my seat neighbor John, I said, "What the fuck is he doing in the game?" I said, "Watch this." I said, "They're going to give him the fucking ball, fucking touchdown." I couldn't believe it. Like, what the fuck is he doing in the game? Man, that's 2-in-1 show.
So you're saying you called that touchdown? You called
that touchdown all the way up to section 310.
The only game I went to last year was the Miami Thursday night game, and when Chris Evans lined up in the slot and they ran a slot fade to a 5'9" wide receiver tried to throw it back shoulder, I was in the stands like, "What the fuck are we doing?" It was like back shoulder to Chris Evans.
Chris Evans is listed at 5'11", 216.
Yeah,
there's no way 5'11".
That's what he's
listed
listed
at. Profile. They didn't even weigh this man.
He had his kiss boots on from Gene Simmons that day.
Oh,
that's old reference.
Hold on, that was a Wikipedia entry. Let me actually pull up Bengals.com and see what they have listed. They have 5'11", 215.
On Bengals too?
Yep, on Bengals.com.
What was his combine? Let's find that.
I was going to say because that sounds like those are college. Those are college.
I mean, it sounds like WWE billing. Like he's 7 feet tall, 500 pounds.
He didn't weigh in, but he's listed at 76 inches. So how tall is that?
Oh man, I was not
60 is 5.
72 is 5 foot.
Yeah, 72.
So 76.
72 is 6 foot.
No,
72 6 foot.
No, wait.
76 inches.
60. 6'4".
Yeah,
That's
we're terrible at math. We're terrible at math.
I never claimed.
I was not prepared to.
I was told there would be no math.
I was told there would be no math.
Let me try this one.
So before we get away from the running backs, and I know we were talking about Chase Brown, but
are they counting to the top of the hair?
Do what?
Yeah,
right. Yeah, he spiked it up that day.
He's got the big hair.
Yeah, he's got the kid in
He
play.
does have big hair. You're
Sorry.
right.
What do you see Mixon still getting the 56 or 55 to 60 catches this year? Like, do you still see him getting that role, or
Unless we run
Yeah.
more.
yeah.
He's going to get probably about the same touches, if not more, because he'll be hopefully be healthy all year this year
Yeah.
instead of hurt. I mean, when you
I
look
hope
at
he's
it,
pissed off. Like, with all this,
Mhm.
whatever you can call it, drama on Twitter about. I think everybody just thought the money wise. It's the same thing with Dalvin Cook, right? Who is probably getting cut. Like,
he already got cut.
It was about the money. It wasn't.
Yeah.
no
He's like
problem.
me, Joe, and Pork. We're all cut.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Not me. I'm uncircumcised.
Oh, I wasn't talking about that.
Oh,
Well, I think Mixon to me, I have this. Maybe it's an excuse. Maybe it's an explanation for why he wasn't great this year. He left the first 4 games with an ankle injury, and that's like what's stuck in people's mind. And also, it was the wrong run scheme for the offensive line.
Yeah,
so he played bad in those games, but I think he was hurt.
And that uncut sucker out now, huh?
You got to slap the M on the explicit.
I'm gonna do a homemade circumcision.
Oh, it's always that way over here.
Hey, if you
Actually,
want
I
me
think
help
if you
you,
pull
Dale,
your penis
I'll
out,
bring
this
my
just
nursing
gets done.
skills to Portsmouth. It would a fucking pair of scissors.
I only need the kid scissors for this little cock.
Well, these are little ones. They're not real big.
Yeah, that'll work.
Oh.
There you go.
What about the
All right.
wavy ones?
I got some fucking.
They make it work.
Oh man.
Might have
I
to
got
use it
some-
like a saw, but
I got some
whatever.
peroxide.
Oh,
Snip,
no.
snip. Pour a little peroxide.
Are we
Fucking
going?
good to go.
Are we done talking Yoshivas? Are we going to talk about the mustache or?
Well, Yosvosh, right? Handsome son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Yes.
Princeton.
Hey,
I
he
mean,
did cut his hair though. He did cut
Smart,
his hair.
handsome, big, and fast.
Yeah.
It reminds me like, fucking Sam Hubbard, because my wife loves Sam Hubbard. So I'm just like, well,
I
he'll
saw
probably be
your
good.
your wife
He'll probably
posted
be
on
good.
Instagram tonight for Thirsty Thursday and put a picture of Sam Hubbard's ass up there.
Did she?
Yes.
Well, I know she got a new sweatshirt the other day. I seen it and it just said, I'm just here for Hubbard.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what
perfect.
the shirt.
That's
sweatshirt.
what you need you got a Sam Hubbard jersey.
Don't.
That's what you
a
need,
sore
Dale. You want to
subject.
get fucking
That's
laid.
a sore
Get that,
subject for Marissa.
with that
Well,
94
Yeah, I
jersey on.
had the autographed
You
one
had
that
one.
I gave away for.
Get one that's not autographed and go in there and be like, hey, I'm
Hey,
Sam
baby.
Hubbard.
Hey, baby.
What's up,
It,
baby?
it doesn't. Look at me.
Right.
Pull up a picture of him. Look at me.
But you got that
Oh,
fucking
man.
Donald Trump
seen
mask.
it.
Get
It's
a
all
Sam
confidence.
Hubbard mask.
It's all confidence.
There you go.
You
Get a
just
Sam
gotta walk
Hubbard
in.
mask.
Make a Sam Hubbard mask.
And go in there and be like,
Shoulders
hey, I heard your name's Marissa. I'm Sam Hubbard.
Fake it
I've
till you
come
make
from
it, Dale.
Cincinnati.
Is that the way you think he talks?
I've come from Cincinnati.
I'm Sam Hubbard.
I'm Sam
I'm
Hubbard.
Sam Hubbard. I go from-
I'm Sam Hubbard, and I'm from Cincinnati. I went to Muller High School when I played on state.
I've been sent to
This is our person talk.
I've
Introduce
been sent to
himself.
Portsmouth
I'm here
to
to have sex with
give you
You,
some sexual
Marissa.
action.
You know what? Actually, that would probably work on the Cincinnati women, huh? You just say, I'm
Oh
Sam
my
Hubbard.
God.
Yeah.
If that worked on Cincinnati women, I'd still be getting laid.
Oh my god.
You're about
Oh,
as
man.
attractive as Sam Hubbard, yeah.
So the mustache, Brad Robbins.
Hold on on Yosivash. So Mike, you said you were
I had to get
you
that
were
down.
excited about him as far as his upside. Like what is his upside? Is his upside like a starting outside receiver?
Well,
Yeah,
he's
I think
what
so.
6'3", 6'3",
Big,
good
fast,
speed. Yep.
size speed combo. You can't beat it. That's the entire
Smart.
selling point is just size speed, and he's not lost when
What
he's trying
would-
to
Yeah.
do like he's more put together than Bryce Ford Wheaton
Hey,
was. Who,
smart fucking guy too to graduate from Princeton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
What's
would
your
your?
comp? You've been
I was
nailing
about to
these
say your.
comps.
What
Yeah.
would your
I-
floor comp?
You don't
and
have
ceiling
one yet.
comp?
Damn
I
it!
don't have one. I don't have one. I had a lot of fun ones, but I don't have anything for past the fifth
That's
round.
how good he can be.
Yeah.
If Greg was on here, he'd be taking his shirt off. By the
Oh
way.
yeah, he's probably got his shirt off right now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Sure.
So I think like a big fast guy that didn't
That went to Princeton.
That went to Princeton.
as
It
an Ivy
looked like he
League
could be a
or-
male model.
I know it's not like. What about like a Brandon Marshall?
He's too fast and not
Too-
big enough. I mean, Brandon Marshall. Do you guys realize he was
Brandon
like,
Marshall's
200 like
huge.
40 pounds?
I know
He's a
he gained a
beast.
lot. Yeah.
Brandon Marshall was 6'5".
Was
6'5", 240.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I know.
That's a giant.
All right, see, this is why we got
Well,
to
you
stand
said
for the
you
cops.
said yeah. You said big and fast, so I started to think about.
You thought the biggest guy you could think of.
6'3", 200 is way different than 6'5", 240.
40.
Yeah, Brandon Marshall comes out now. He's a tight end. There's no
Yeah.
way they're going to keep him at wide receiver.
Do you think that?
What about like Alshon Jeffrey?
It's fun. I think he's bigger too.
That's-
though.
Alshon Jeffrey, he's like 6'3".
Yeah.
He was like 6'3", 215.
Collinsworth was big and
No.
fast?
6'3", 220 for Alshon. He's a little smaller
Alshon
than I thought.
wasn't that fast though. He ran.
That's what I thought.
6.
Mhm.
What about
I was thinking it was
Collinsworth?
faster.
Chris Collinsworth.
Oh my, it's going way too far back already.
Hold on,
No,
hold on,
a
hold
lot
on.
of, like no. Here's the thing though. We forget about Collinsworth, like how good he was when he
Yeah.
was with the Bengals.
Right.
This
He
season.
6'5", 190? Chris Collinsworth?
Yeah.
Oh, he's,
Put on
he's
some
tall.
weight.
I didn't realize he was that.
No,
tall.
like honestly, that might be the best comp. Like that's his like best possible.
Mhm.
But he's not going to do it as a rookie. Like
Sure.
Collinsworth went to
I
Florida.
mean, yeah, Collinsworth hit the league with 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, especially
place in
with this
offensive
receiving
rookie year,
core. I
but-
mean, he's not putting up
Right,
those kind of
right.
numbers, barring an injury.
But I mean that like if everything pans out, maybe he's that
Mhm.
close to close to one of his good seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
man,
think that's
if I
good.
put in a little bit more effort.
Good job, Ken. You did it.
What about
Yeah.
it might be
Chat's coming
too
strong.
fast?
David
Like
said
a too
Yoshi is the
fast?
next Sam Hubbard. Yeah, and that has nothing to do with anything but pure
No position.
fucking women's vaginas being wet.
The only position that counts on is that back shot.
Oh man. Oh, Rowdy
Man,
said T wasn't even 190 when he got here.
Is he that small?
Come on, Rowdy. You didn't weigh him in at the fucking liquor store.
Yeah,
Hey, you
no
don't
shit.
know that?
Maybe he's got a scale
Maybe
that
he
they
did.
step on when they're fucking buying their blunt wraps. Everybody stands on the scale. Or buying,
But T has put on a ton of like
Yeah.
muscle slack. Him and Jamar both like.
That
That's when everybody's like, "Do you think we're better now?" Because like, well, we lost our safeties and this, that, and other, and that was Coach Cam. I just like because I love Coach Cam. He was asking the question, and I was like, "I think we are because Joe Burrow healthy off season,
yeah.
and then you also like the progression of guys like Jamar and T. They're just growing into their bodies and their experience. They're young veterans now.
Mhm.
They've played in Super Bowls. They've played in AFC Championship games.
Hey, Joe
Like
Burrow
that
got
counts
thick.
for something, right? Like you played in the biggest games.
I wonder how much how much weight did he put on the offseason? Because he looks thick as fuck now.
I thought he put that weight on last offseason, but then
Did he?
the appendicitis hit.
Mhm.
He did.
Oh,
did.
then he
That's what-
lost it because of the
Mhm.
appendicitis, right?
Okay, so
And he's
Okay.
growing his hair out again.
He's got
And
5
he
pounds more
loses
hair.
weight during the season. He talked about that before a few years
Oh, yeah.
back. Even
Yeah.
he talked about that.
That's
got
why I
to
got
my-
this hair going on right now because I'm trying to be
Because
like
Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
I got to my quick comparison. This guy's faster than Yoshi Voss. which
He's found it.
says something. Brashad Perriman.
Okay.
Big fast.
I was gonna say I have to disagree with that. Perriman was like fucking burner 4-2.
I know, 4-2 guy. I haven't had time to look too hard.
Yeah.
It was just the first one I thought of because I don't.
Sorry,
love
I
going-
shouldn't have called you. Listen, Sans, you have crushed it.
Randy Moss.
Yeah.
You know, big
Randy
fast.
Moss.
Yeah,
There you
Randy
go.
Moss.
Basically,
There's
the
your-
biggest,
Yost Moss is
fastest guy I
second
could
coming of Randy Moss.
It's Randy Moss. The second coming of Randy Moss.
Greg's just sitting at home like
Greg is fucking going, man.
I saw somebody.
He's
say
gonna
Chris
sprain a
Henry.
wrist, man.
He's quicker than Chris Henry, but big fast.
Yeah.
Derek
we already
Decker?
compared. Yeah, we
Yeah.
did Eric Decker with somebody else.
Trent Irwin. This is my
Trent Irwin.
white guy, Eric Decker. Because people call him Edelman. It's like he doesn't play the Edelman role. Plays outside.
Yeah.
He's big.
But what's your comparison for Brad Robbins?
I don't know.
Yeah, what's your Chris Collinsworth?
Prime Kevin Huber.
Pat
There you
McAfee.
He can't boom the ball like that. I don't think.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not.
I don't know many
putters.
putters.
Brad Robbins,
Lee Johnson.
great hang time. He seems to have good
Brett
directional
Kern.
kicks. That's an upgrade from what we've had. That's it.
Mhm.
Yep.
We don't even need a
Mhm.
comparison. Like a small upgrade at punter, and
Mhm.
Yeah, my thought
The
was
whole-
like prime Kevin Huber, just like directional hang time type guy.
Mhm.
Probably not going to hit 60.
With a fucking sweet ass mustache.
Better mustache.
I think he's got a better leg than Huber
I think so too.
ever
Like,
had.
Mhm.
Like,
Better prime Kevin Huber. I don't know. Like I don't know
Yeah,
too
I
many
don't-
punters.
no, I'm just saying. I don't think Huber ever had like a big leg. He was
Yeah.
more brought in for the directional.
If he is legit like hanging sub fives like in hang time, that would be
It's awesome.
ridiculous. Yeah.
I think
hey,
he's
his
that dude.
his numbers comparable for sure, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fucking 10. Fuck you, Huber. 10 again. They didn't even let that motherfucker rest for a year.
And now the whole thing is what's his nickname, which I know Joe Goodberry went in with like so many nicknames about
I think that
Dr.
Robot
Robot Kick.
That was
Yeah.
my favorite.
yeah,
Like-
I think that honestly the
Sonic
name
Ball.
that I think it might have been Bengalorian that was trying to get for last year, or was it 2 years ago for our rookie or our kicker? I cannot think of his name right now. McPherson. Listen, I've been on vacation. I haven't seen no Bengals. Evan McPherson, he thought leg cannon. But I think leg cannon kind of fits more for Brad Robbins than it does for no.
Leg cannon.
Love you, Derek. Welcome back.
What the fuck are you talking about right now?
You said nicknames.
Leg
For
cannon.
Brad Robbins,
Brad.
and you said 2-3 years. What the fuck?
Okay. I did miss you at first. No, but McPherson's rookie year, Bengalorian thought of the leg cannon for him, and I didn't really think that fit for a kicker, but I think it might fit for Brad Robbins.
Stuck the landing.
It's got to be something about that fucking handlebar mustache.
I know that's what I think.
Yeah.
It's got
Well, that's
mustache
why
already.
Joe Goodberry went to the
Dr.
dude from
Robotnik.
Sonic. Yeah, the villain. It's like Robot Kick.
Oh man, Ken, you're asking the wrong guy if you're asking me that question.
Who's like a bald guy with a mustache that you could also think of?
A bald guy with a mustache. Be that fucking guy from Sonic, just like they were saying. What's his name?
Yeah.
Dr. Robotnik.
Dr.
Dr.
Robotnik.
Robotnik is the guy from
Yeah.
Sonic's
That was-
name. So
Or the Monopoly guy.
The Monopoly Man.
Yes.
There,
you
somebody
got
got
Money
that in there.
Mac?
how do you relate that to a punter?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like
David put that in there. Money.
Rich Uncle
Penny
Penny
bags.
Bags.
that's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Penny
Mhm.
That's
bags.
deep.
Oh, I'm fully just going by he looks like the Monopoly Man.
You're just going Monopoly Man.
Yeah, why not?
Derek starts bringing shit up from 2 years ago, so all the rules are out the window.
Right, yeah. All I know is this year Paycor is going to be free mustache rides with every ticket. Get all
Oh my
fucking
God.
down there.
Joe,
Check
do
it
you
out.
have the mock-up of the...
I do. I got that fucker ready
All right.
too.
So this is a shirt. Would anyone buy this shirt? Chop, you got to zoom it
Yeah,
in.
you
gotta
gotta
put
zoom it
right,
in.
like-
Oh, you're killing me. It says free mustache rides if he can't
Free
read
mustache rides is a t-shirt.
That shirt's
People
badass.
Number
People bought
10,
the nipple thing. I think you should just make it.
the carrot titty guy, yeah.
Yeah.
He said the nipple
The
thing.
nipple thing.
We
That's what I'm
shut in
saying.
the carrot titty guy earlier.
Pull the
Derek.
trigger and put that
Yeah.
fucking shirt on the store.
I would buy
We'll
it
see.
from Matt Wilker. That's
There
a
you
that's
go.
a legally binding contract. So you've sold one.
There you
You got to
go.
put it on there.
Hey, you sold
Yeah.
fucking two. You sold two.
We
'cause I'm
appreciate
getting-
you, Matt.
Only
Well-
you got to make it in black though, Joe.
You gotta
'cause
put what on
orange
there.
shirts don't go
We'll get
nice.
we'll have it up for 5 minutes and get a cease and desist.
Well,
What do you
we're
mean?
trying to get
That guy
Brad
doesn't
on
have
the
a name on
show.
it or anything. No
Listen,
name,
We want to make
no
sure
nothing,
he's
just
okay with
Listen,
that.
Oh, that's true.
mustache rides.
Listen, if he's cool, he'll be fine with it.
You can't ask
A
Brad about the
motherfucker with a
nickname
mustache
thing,
like that is cool.
though, because a guy can't come up with his own nickname.
Right. That's exactly what I'm saying. You can't come up with your own fucking nickname.
It's like when Doug Martin was like, "I'm not the muscle hamster, I'm the Duggernaut." It's like nobody's calling you the fucking Duggernaut,
No,
dude. You're the muscle hamster.
10 years later, and they still call him the muscle hamster.
Yes.
You
I
think
only
I
know him
Oh,
as the
The
muscle
worst
hamster.
one
Yeah.
was Kevin Durant, who's like, "I'm the servant." It's like the fuck you are, man.
Yeah, I would have went around to all my
That
friends.
reminds me.
Oh,
I told all my friends one day, like, hey, everybody start calling me fucking pork chop. That'd be cool.
And Kevin Durant was the Thin Reaper, right?
Slim Reaper.
Slim
original.
Reaper. Yeah.
Who was the guy that?
And he hated that, but that's what you are, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't get to
Put
pick
on
your
some
own
weight.
nickname.
Here, look, Ken, once again,
truth.
the guy straight out of college, man, he'll fucking love it. And he'll give mustache rides to the right motherfuckers.
All right,
I will.
The people have spoken.
I got one too.
Our brew crew has spoken, Joe.
All right,
Yep.
I'll just put it out there.
You want me to send you that picture again so you can design something similar?
Like
Put
my
your
titties,
perfection
just
on
put it out there.
No, I got it.
All right. I can't wait. I'm ordering that
No,
motherfucker.
Chop's
I want to
already-
be the first one. Tell me when that bitch is coming up. I'm the first one sold.
And you know, Chop will go to he'll go to practice because him and Greg do everything.
Yeah.
Wearing that shirt.
I'll be wearing that motherfucker right. Oh, if you
You'd
would
be
have
like,
put that bitch up,
Brad, sign
I
it.
would have wore it to the thing tomorrow if it was up when I made it.
Oh man.
Fans
Yeah.
to the hall.
Oh,
Hey, that's David. That's
Dumb
true. That is
ball.
100% true. Clark Harris would
Hell yeah,
absolutely
he
be
would've.
cool with that.
Well, we
Oh,
had Clark
Clark.
on after the whole Settle Flex thing. And we
Mhm.
did the whole graphic and all this, and he fucking loved it.
Yeah.
Good dude.
All right. So last one, DJ Ivy.
No opinion. I haven't watched that guy.
Boom. You sold 3. You sold 3 already. Sans, me, and fucking Matt.
Sands, I'll give you this.
Man.
2 interceptions in one game versus Kenny Pickett.
Ooh.
DJ Ivy did that.
I hope he makes the team.
That's it. Oh, well, I don't give a fuck. He can be on practice squad. I don't care.
Yeah.
But that's all we have to say about him. That happened.
Can he make a bigger impact than last year's 7th round pick, who did block a kick?
Jeffrey
Tyson?
Gunner.
Jeff Gunter, yeah.
Oh.
Will Jeff
Gunter
Gunner
blocked-
make the team?
I don't know.
Phenomenal
Sure.
family, by the way.
Yeah. Mama Gunter,
Yeah.
which I hope she beat her cancer from last year.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure she has.
Yep.
God, I shouldn't even mention it without knowing for sure. But Mama Gunter is awesome. I love
Yeah.
that lady. Well, Mike,
Well,
Hold on.
super
We
chat,
got super chat.
chat.
Rowdy,
Rowdy.
thank you. He said Miles Murphy's the most focused guy I ever saw here at Clemson. No alcohol, only Gatorade, protein bars, and protein drinks and water.
Hey, and
wait,
Rowdy
can
knows
we
'cause
pay
he
you
fucking
$5 back? Hold on, can we pay you $5 back? Tell us about tea and tell us about Jackson Carmen and what do they buy? How fucked up do those guys get?
Right. He was in there buying 4 Logos and Snicker bars.
Yeah.
What's he
That's
hiding?
not real. I'm just making that up.
Just eating Gatorade protein bars and
Right.
Dessert menu.
He's a workaholic, man.
it's possible.
He seems like that kind of guy. I got a lot of faith in him and him with Marion
do I.
Hobby.
I
Good-
can't wait
good
to see all
combo.
these motherfuckers lined up in the NASCAR package. Ugh.
Let's call him
I-
Jeff Gordon.
I can't wait to see fucking Sands move out of fucking Pittsburgh.
Yeah, man.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, what are you
That'd be
doing that
great.
shit down?
Hey, when you do, though, bring me a fucking sandwich.
That'll still be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wrap that bitch up and put it in a Yeti cooler. Oh, shit.
Is that about Carmen or tea?
Maybe
Money's on
both.
Carmen.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, that's
Well,
great.
what's about Carmen already came out of Clemson?
It could be worse.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, Mike, any big question or something you're excited about as we start to get into the mandatory stuff? Anything you're really looking for?
I mean, kind of excited that preseason will actually have some battles. They had Jackson Carmen versus Cordell Volson last year, but you think of
Mhm.
Jonah Williams
That
versus
was a
Jackson
battle.
Carmen versus. It technically was, and it was over after like the first game.
Right. It's over
Volson was taking all the snaps like
Right.
the first team reps mostly.
Yeah, well, that's my issue with people thinking Jackson Carmen's going to win the right tackle job. He had the inside track against Xavier Suafilo and then Cordell Volson, a 4th round rookie. He didn't win those ones. He could.
Yeah.
It's a battle, but would I be shocked if like the second
Yeah.
week of the preseason it's over?
I think the best job he can have is swing tackle, which keeps him ready. Like,
Mm-hmm. Which
Yeah,
I thought
I
he played that well last year.
well, he didn't. He played. He didn't get a chance. That was a Deniji.
they wouldn't
was
even
that-
need a backup swing tackle eventually, because you'd have, if Jonah works at right tackle, you have Lyle Collins to step in at right tackle and Carmen step in at left tackle. Then you don't even got to worry about Carmen's never played right tackle in his life.
That's one question I have, because Iceman and me kind of got in a fucking little shouting match for no reason yesterday. But do you see them keeping both Jonah and Lyle Collins?
Yes.
Okay.
You don't?
If LC is healthy going into week 1, does he have a chance to win that starting job?
Yeah. That'd be a 3-person battle.
I just said I would love it. I would love to keep him, was my thing, but 12 million, 10 million.
Oh, I get the money. It's not like a financially smart decision, but
I just cannot see the Bengals and then he said, well, Joe Mixon. I said, well, Joe Mixon's going to start. He's going to be the starter.
Mm-hmm.
And you're asking one of those guys to come off, to set and not play and not be a starter for 12 or 10 million.
You can't cut Jonah because you don't get any money back. You still have to pay
exactly.
him.
Right.
I agree.
So you could cut Collins. So do you think they would cut Collins if Jonah takes a week 1 job? I mean, like, my thought is like they could. I don't know.
Let me ask you.
I hope they don't, but my thing is, I think if it comes to that, if he's ready, like ultimately 6 week on the PUP list, then you got 6 weeks to figure it out if somebody gets injured.
Well, if Collins comes back too and he is ready to go week 1, do they shop Jonah for maybe less than what they wanted, like a 2nd-round pick before?
Possibly, if there's a big injury and someone's desperate, maybe.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Just to get rid of the money.
Are teams even offering 3rd-round picks for Jonah?
I don't know. I don't think they shop him for a 3rd-round pick.
I think it's 4th. Yeah. I think a 4th.
I mean, but at that point, if you got the 2 of them and they're both ready, do you keep them on the team, both of them?
It would be getting the money off the books too,
right?
Like,
that's what I'm saying.
That's my whole thing. I just think of like if you combine them, like damn near 22.5 million.
Yeah.
Personally, I feel like Collins is going to start on the PUP list, no matter what he's saying, how he's ready to go. He had a horrible injury. He's going to take a long time to rehab, no matter what he's putting out there.
Yeah.
Jonah's going to start. I think Jonah's going to do a great fucking job at right tackle. I don't think it's going to be a question. I'm just saying if Collins was ready. Why cut Collins Collins is under contract for the next couple of years. Jonah Williams is this year.
Next. Yeah.
So if you could save the money and get him off the fucking books and somebody wants to give you a 5th or 6th round pick, all we're doing is getting rid of the fucking money. You know what I mean?
At that point,
but what are we going to use that money? Sorry, Mike.
I was just saying, you might get a comp pick that's like a 5th or 6th rounder.
Use that money on fucking Delvin Cook.
Mm-hmm. Oh God!
I do wonder
what
do you use the money on? I've always thought it comes in conjunction with another move, like the signings, the big 3.
That's what I'm saying. The signings too. We got all these signings. Yeah,
they still have cap room too.
Yeah,
that was something I said yesterday. Was like, honestly, we need I know, and maybe you know this, but like Mike Peralta, I know cap expert guy. Like, if Collins doesn't play, what do we owe him? And things like that. Like, I don't know that, that's what I mean. Like, if he's not active and if you're able to kind of keep him holding on.
Hey, looky down there.
How we doing?
It's Vacation Santori. We were
Yes, sir?
just talking about you earlier.
That's probably not good.
We were talking. Actually, it was the other show. We were talking about you when you shit the number 2.
I did shoot number 2. I did sit in a pile of grease today, moving my.
Oh, that's right.
grill.
You shit your pants.
It looks like I shit my pants. I had a nice thick brown grease stain on my ass walking through.
I had a teammate that shit his pants during practice once. You don't live that down.
People don't forget.
Here's the thing. I've shit myself multiple times.
I was going to say, we've all shit our pants, I think.
I actually have. I am professional at very few things, and one of them is hold my shit so far.
Why are you guys saying that like it's a normal thing? Like, yeah, we all shit our pants, bro.
Everybody shits.
Or is this in solidarity? So
if shitting your pants is cool, they call me Miles Davis.
Rowdy, I think you mean TJ Watt.
Right.
I don't
him
know if I
against
trust
JJ.
against JJ Watt.
I don't trust him against either one of them fuckers, to tell you the God's honest
I
truth.
don't think I trust
There's
anybody
not-
on the roster against
I was gonna
those
say
guys,
there's
so.
not a lot of
I was-
guys I would trust against TJ Watt or
I was
Miles
thinking-
Garrett.
I trust Adeniji against JJ Watt this season.
Do we trust Jonah's kneecaps
he
to stay in one place?
Yeah, he got that super structure surgery, man. He's like the fucking $6 million man kneecaps now.
Yeah,
that
he's a
fucker can't
super
pop out
soldier.
of place.
Glued
Hey,
on.
Derek knows about welding. They welded them fuckers in there. His kneecaps can't pop out now. It's impossible. Hey, I was thinking that when Pittsburgh plays us, maybe we can work out something where he lines up on the left side this time. I'm just saying. It would help Jonah out.
Sure would.
Make him look good. You know, do him a favor.
Although, I don't know, does
do the
Alex
guy
Highsmith
solid.
then line up on the right side? Alex Highsmith seemed to give him some issues last year.
Yeah, Alex Highsmith is very good as well.
Wow.
Stuff
I
to do.
haven't eaten, so I might go.
Yeah, maybe you should
Hey,
I
do
had
that.
fish-
Thank you for
Come
all
down
your
to
time,
Loveland.
Mike.
Yes,
We
thank
got-
you.
Come down to Loveland. We got the Traeger fired up. We've got about 50 wings.
Well, he's in
got-
He
Pittsburgh.
lives in Pittsburgh.
So
Yeah,
what?
Sure do.
Yeah,
It's
start
a 4 or
driving
5
now.
hour drive. We'll still have it going. We're smoking a pork
He's
butt
just
overnight.
he's hungry.
Hey,
1 a.m.
Hey.
1 a.m. I'll finally eat.
Sans, if you
I've
bring
had
that
that.
sandwich, I'll meet you at Santori's. You get the wings, I'll eat the sandwich.
All right, Mike.
Yeah,
Love you,
love this.
brother.
Mike.
Hey,
Thank
you
you.
for coming,
Thank
Mike.
you for all your time,
Thank
Mike.
you.
It was great talking to you.
What a guy. What a
I
guy.
know, he gave us an hour and 40 minutes, man. That was awesome.
Yep. That was
Now
fun.
we have Santori to replace.
Now we got
him.
Santori to replace
Talk
him.
about a fucking downgrade.
Oh.
Yeah, no,
Hey.
I ain't gonna last an hour 40. I might last about 5 minutes.
Hey,
Oops,
listen
shit,
though.
there's the chair.
That's
Let
what
us-
she said.
Did Mike Sands ever shit a number 2? I don't know.
I wish my
I've
wife
shit
could
a
say
number
that.
2.
I haven't had sex in 3 months, by the way.
I want to
I
fucking
have-
hear it, man.
I have pooped too. There is photo evidence.
Like pooped in the shape of a two? Is that what
Yes,
you're
in the
saying?
shape of a
Yes, sir.
2.
Ah.
This
Well,
is
That's what I did too. And then Santori.
I'm
did
out.
it
I'm
again.
out on all the poop talk, guys.
Well, it was so funny because I was talking to Pork Chop one day. He goes, "But have you ever shit in the shape of a number 2?" And I was like, "No." And I was like, "What the fuck's wrong with this guy?" And the next morning, literally the next morning, I pooped and I was like, "Well, I gotta look at it, right?" And it was the shape of a 2, and I was like,
No
"No
way.
way."
Hey, listen, this
That's
is what
some
they taught us.
wizardry
This is
shit.
what they taught us in nursing school, and these motherfuckers over here already know too. Because one of the things we have to ask is like if we're talking about, we call it stool. We ask what it looks like. Everybody looks at their shit. Don't
Guess
let
what?
no motherfucker lie to you.
I do.
Everybody
Of
looks at their
course.
shit.
Well, guess I'm a
That's
couple
human
poops
nature.
away from having the whole alphabet.
And when you look down there, if you see the number 2, you're like, holy fuck, I shit the number
I pooped
2.
a J before.
I number 2'd a number 2.
Well, your buddy John, we were out last night. He pooped a fucking 9.
He put a 9
outta
in
here.
the bowl.
I saw photo evidence.
That's right.
Wow.
He shit a number 9, so he put a 9 in the bowl, and that is like Nostradamus right there. John is 9 is going to the Super Bowl this year. Damn
Well,
right, you
gentlemen,
look at your
my
shit.
smoker is done.
Everybody looks at their shit.
So I need to jump off here. The smoker is done.
All right. Well, thanks for
All right,
popping
man.
on there, Sam.
Hey, we appreciate the shit talk.
Enjoy your vacation, sir. Thanks for verifying the number 2.
Hey, you know, I'm on a staycation. I rented a house down the street from where I live. I don't have that welder money to be going down to the Bahamas. So
That sounds fun,
Hey,
though. That
I was
sounds
gonna say
nice.
it's not my money; it's my wife's money.
yeah.
Get that.
No,
Get
so
that.
a
under.
bunch of my friends came in. We all went to college, but we all live in different parts of the country. And I'm
I
kind
met
of
'em all
central
last night.
location.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, poor Chuck met them all last night. We got the guitarist at Hofbrau House to play Country Roads, and I don't think
That's
he was
awesome.
ready for it. But
Okay,
you know,
so
we all
Listen,
come in and
Santori, you can't just get off here that quick.
I am.
You got to tell us the crack Greg was smoking to be.
No shit.
Yeah, what the fuck? Was
He
he on
was
crystal meth? You can
Doing
tell
it,
us.
man. No,
Oh,
I don't
man.
even think he drank, man. That was just straight
He
water.
had a beer before you got
Yeah,
there.
one beer.
I'm telling you,
told
he
us
took
that earlier.
he was taking something. Pork chop, you're a drug expert.
Hey,
What was he on?
I don't know. He got fucked up. Like he did go to the. Did he go to the bathroom one time? Maybe he did something in
Yeah.
there. I don't know.
You
I
drug
think
addicts
that was,
live in the bathroom.
That was
That
straight
fucking,
schnitzel,
like this
man.
side shot.
Schnitzel.
Straight
Hey.
schnitzel.
Real quick, before I do want to say this, Santori. You were talking about you got him to sing Country Road. We went to a bar at Gatlinburg last night, and they had a live singer there too, and we got him. Well, actually, my daughter got him to sing the Elsa song, "Let It Go."
You should have tried that with that guy.
It was great. I loved it.
Nice.
She walked up there and asked all nice, like she ran up to him and she's like, "Can you sing 'Let It Go' by Elsa?"
Well, hey, I'll take my final 2 seconds on the show tonight to kind of pump that guy last night, though. He was pretty good. He's part of a local band. If you're in the Cincinnati area, it's St. Cloud.
I honestly felt bad
local.
for him because I thought all he's hearing is Greg going.
No, his name is Spencer. He's one of the members of St. Cloud. He's a really cool guy. They're actually playing down the street tonight. We were joking about going.
You guys should go.
I hope you guys put some money in Spencer's.
I did.
I know 20. A couple people did Venmo, and we're gonna pump him on social media.
I slipped him with 20. John gave him a 50.
Wow.
I told you that's how John is.
John's a baller.
Yeah. John need the blowjob. How many blowjobs did John? I never sucked a dick. But we start talking 50s and hundos.
My buddy that's staying with me.
Old man needs money over here.
John's got 50s.
You know the life I could live on 50s and hundos?
I'm telling you, man. All you got to do is find out when John goes to work. There's a guy that panhandles.
Dale.
I'll suck a motherfucker sideways.
Dale. My buddy that's staying with me, his name is John, and he just walked outside and heard every piece of it. And he was like, "What is happening?"
Oh man!
All right, guys.
Hold on, does he have 50s and hundos? I'll flick it. I'll flick it too.
He's on his way to Loveland. Hey, John, you're getting some.
Oh,
no.
If he's
all
got
right, I'm out of here,
man.
guys.
All right, buddy. Later.
See you, Santori.
Hey, listen, Santori's going to say, "I swear that is a Bengals podcast."
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean,
hold on. Too far or too true? But I would suck all the dicks for 50s and hundos.
I got to get too true on that one.
I'll tell you what, I'm bringing.
What do you think? Me and Derek are such best friends. Sometimes
Derek.
Sarah don't put out, and I got to fucking.
Hey,
I've had some nice rides home from the Bengals game.
When I walk into Lot 1 this year with a fucking $50 bill and a wig, you know what the fuck's up.
I got the wig, Pork.
Why are you wearing a wig?
It's for Dale.
To make it a little more conducive.
Right. That way, yeah.
Oh no,
baby, you can do whatever you want to do.
But he's sucking your dick, and you're wearing a wig to look like a girl.
Wear the wig. He's gonna wear.
He's gonna wear the wig.
It's Pride Month, Joe.
Yeah, I mean, I can wear a wig too, I guess, if you're into that. If I get a discount, $45 if I wear a wig.
Oh no!
Oh man,
we've lost all of our viewers.
My stomach hurts.
12 people.
Or have we gained viewers? Honestly,
it's about the same.
Here,
hey,
this is probably late, but this is exactly what fucking Greg was probably doing. They probably put mushrooms on his fucking whatever the fuck he got, the ham thing.
Those were the wrong kind of pizza on his, or mushrooms on his pizza.
He did not get pizza though. He got
wrong kind of pizza on his mushrooms.
It wasn't sauerbraten. It was fucking schnitzel. He got some kind of schnitzel. It was a German place.
Oh God!
I love you guys. I've missed the hell out of you.
Love you too.
I know you're probably sitting on the fucking beach with the fucking ocean air blowing in, going, "God damn! I wish I was back in Ohio."
Oh, I do.
Wish I was on the podcast.
Yeah, I wish. Sucks, man.
I gotta tell you one real quick story about our beach.
Short story.
There's no short stories with you.
So we get up at
long.
We get up at like 6 a.m. to be out on the beach by 9 o'clock, right? We get out there. No, I was not naked.
Was Sarah
there
naked?
were children around.
It's the Bahamas, though. Who knows what the fuck goes on down there?
No, this wasn't the Bahamas. This was MSC's little private island or whatever. So
you like that place, but you want to tell us about the other also after this?
Which one?
How you were like, holy shit. You're living in a gangster's paradise.
What?
Huh?
Anyway, so we got like Sarah paid for our own cabana and everything. We had the whole thing all day, right?
Ooh, fancy.
So we get out there and we spent like maybe an hour and a half in the water. and all of a sudden a big old freaking rainstorm comes in, lightning and everything. So they pull all of us out of the ocean, and we're literally laying in this little cabana, and there's rain like running, hitting our feet because it's just flooding that much because of the rain. And we wait, and finally like 2 hours go by, and we're like, okay, it's not going away. So we go back on the ship. All of us get our showers, and by the time we're done with our showers, the rain stops. And we just was like, you know what? Don't even want to go back out. So me and the kids went to the pool, and Sarah and her sister went shopping. That was
a good fucking story.
Do not go MSC.
This is what I got out that whole deal. I want you to stand up and show me your fucking cock.
What?
Because I know you talk about that motherfucker ain't that big, but it's got to be fucking giant. You got a fucking good-looking wife, and she's buying shit instead of you.
It's called Brown County. Man.
It's called fucking.
There ain't much to choose from out here.
Arm. Well, you better quit taking her out of Brown County.
Yeah.
You better keep thinking that you.
He said that she went fishing in a puddle.
That's it.
Yes, exactly.
And there's only one fish in the puddle, apparently.
Well, fuck.
I know she's smart. You know, she graduated. Is she graduated?
But is she because she married me? Whoops.
You're gonna start eating that pussy on the rag.
Shut up. Don't even start that, man. You don't.
No, I'm acting like he wouldn't do it anyways.
Oh. Why not?
He knows.
Stranger's still here. Thank you, Stranger.
He's trying to get on the first shift.
First shift. He's trying to get on no shift. He's gonna be Mr. fucking mom.
I done told her I'm gonna be a stay-at-home daddy. Hey, listen, I gotta say this before I get too drunk. Everybody, congratulations to Sarah. She was accepted in her MBA program.
All right, congratulations.
Sarah.
One more step into retiring Derek for life.
Yep.
Exactly.
To Derek, more podcasts for Derek.
We just congratulated you live on air for getting accepted into your MBA program.
I'm excited.
She's excited, y'all.
Good.
Not as excited as Derek.
Oh, sweet.
Y'all got more wild.
Looking forward to the
with
life
Chop.
of retirement.
Yeah, Lisa said I haven't been on live chat in a while, and good lord, y'all got more wild with
Oh
Chop.
yeah, that's true.
That's why we brought him on, baby.
Yep.
Yeah, we were getting too boring. We were talking too much.
I know, too much football
Yeah.
Yeah. Now we got
And
shit.
analysis.
Now we talking shit, pussy, and dicks. Here we go.
and drugs
And
hook-
drugs. Lots
Everybody
of
in the
drugs.
chat saying
Yeah,
congratulations, baby.
look at this.
Lots
Look
of
at this,
drugs and
Sarah.
Four Locos. Yep.
Congratulations. Congrats.
Sweet.
Golf
Jeez.
clap.
Hey,
clap,
we're
there
finally
you go.
getting her to watch the show because people are talking about her.
Just we're stroking her ego.
Well, everyone loves Sarah. Like, she's
Yeah.
part of the show. If
Honestly-
we just embrace it,
honestly-
we would have more fucking followers.
Ratings would be boosted if it was her instead of me, honestly.
That's the best idea you've ever had.
No.
Are we making it official? Are we doing it?
We're replacing Derek with Sarah?
Hey,
So, I think we just did it.
give her the
That's what
headphones.
the congratulations are for.
Bye, Derek.
Derek. Yeah, bye. Give her the headphones.
Just kidding.
Hey, just every once in a while, tell her to yell, "Listen at us. Listen." Oh,
There she
was-
is. With
You are
thank
welcome. You earned it.
Good
Fuck
job.
school.
Yeah, you
That's
did
what I
earn it.
say. I didn't like school the first fucking 12, 13 years. Well, I took 14. And then I didn't like it when I went back to nursing school. It was a fucking pain in the ass. I love my associate's degree in nursing.
Mhm.
I do not want a bachelor's. That's more school. Fuck it. Not a dime more pay and more school and more debt. So I love the associate's degree I got. And that's all I want.
Imagine the nuts Sarah's going to drop on the whole world when she's like, I don't even know what she's going to have. A doctor, a big fat fucking sack of nuts.
Hold on, Joe. Let me get mine undone.
All right.
There we go.
Ready?
What are we doing?
I'm
Toast
doing
and
a
Sarah.
shot fireball.
Yeah,
Toast to Sarah.
for Sarah for making
For
her
Sarah.
program.
Here's
Sarah.
Derek out kicking his coverage. I'm
Right?
taking a drink.
That's right.
Yeah.
And that's what we all do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
100%.
There are
No shame
reachers
in
in
that.
life and settlers, and we all settle.
No, shame
No,
in that.
no, our
No,
wife.
they said it.
Whoa,
Well,
whoa,
No,
Derek.
we're all reachers.
Damn. I tell you what, it's gonna be 3 months for Derek too. He's gonna catch up.
Yeah,
to you,
that
bro.
motherfucker will be 6
God
months for
dang.
his pussy now. You fucked
Hey,
yourself.
mark the
You
mark
fucked
the
up all
calendar
that
when you-
goodwill we built up for you.
I
Mark that-
know.
Derek, mark your
I'm telling
calendar
you, I'm
when
at
got
3
your
months
last
with
piece
no
of
pussy,
ass.
and I'm dying over here.
Yeah.
I'm about to fucking put a hole in the wall and fuck it.
Where's the apple pie at when you need it?
I got to come down and visit you, Dale. I'm gonna come do that soon.
Hey, let me know when you're going. Let's all get a date. There's a
I
lot
will.
to do down there in fucking.
Speaking
Portsmouth.
of not getting any pussy, we
Is
need
this
to come visit you.
because I said in the fucking chat that I would take it in the ass? I'm so fucking.
I'm bringing. Hey, I'm bringing
God
50
damn!
bucks.
Now everyone wants to come visit me.
All I'm saying is I'm bringing $50, Dale.
I don't even need it.
Oh, it's free.
Yeah,
Oh, if I come to you, it's free. But if you come down here, $50, right?
that sounds fair. Gas money.
Fuck yeah, I got a group on.
Yep. It's gonna get weird.
Oh man.
Why are you so desperate? I'll tell you why I'm desperate. It's been 3 fucking months since my wife has given me that pussy. At first it was headaches, and then it's just I'm gonna fucking make you wait because I'm gonna make you fucking beg for it, and I'm
Yeah,
fucking
fucking-
tired of begging for it. God damn it!
Fucking 30-year-old
Oh, no.
problems there. 30-year-old problems.
I love you guys.
Yeah,
Love you too.
I
You
love
probably
it.
had
Alright.
sex on that fucking on that ship.
What?
probably
Bust your
did.
nut on the ship.
Nope. The kids were in the same room as us.
I know, but you're a fucking.
Got to be
savage.
quiet.
Gotta be
It's quiet,
quiet.
man. Kids sleep under the covers.
There ain't no quiet with me. Come on now. I'm a screamer.
Oh, you're a squealer? I bet you are.
This man's over here
Hey,
going.
let me tell you something. Just hey, it might have been a long time ago. If you, just no lie, like if you ain't tried it, let out a fucking Tarzan yell when you're coming. Man,
Oh
yes,
I was gonna say I'm gonna try that
Harder when
tonight,
you have
but,
kids.
yes.
Oh,
Let out a
no.
but
fucking
it's gonna be
Tarzan
me when
yell.
I'm jacking off, and then it's just gonna.
It's not the same when you're jacking off.
Oh man.
When you're
Like-
fucking, yeah.
That's King Kong.
Anything is possible.
Right. Yeah.
Oh man.
Ugh.
All right, I
Oh,
think
drunk
we
tonight.
about said it all.
Oh, there's more to say. We'll just say it next week.
Y'all just saw my future. It's gonna be me jacking off and King Konging it.
Put it on the group chat. Get a little recording of it.
Put it on the TikTok.
Tick cock.
The TikTok. All right, I guess we should call it.
Oh yeah. Before we get this coming up, let's get out of here, guys.
I'll do it right now. I will do it right now.
Oh, all right.
Oh shit.
All right, this has been
Thanks,
Bengals
everybody.
and Brews, mostly Brews, but thanks everybody for joining us. We will see y'all on the flip side.
Yes, sir.
Love you. Hootie.
Who dey?
Hey.
Somebody